Hello, everybody. Welcome to an all-new episode of the Anination Podcast. Nate is here, Meat is here, the usual suspects in this episode.
What is up, everybody? And welcome to another episode of Anination Podcast. Of course, we'll be live streaming tonight, and I hope all y'all are having a nice fall, and hope y'all getting ready for the holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. So, yeah. Let's just say that after October 31st, that's when Christmas really starts.
Wait, don't you forget? Well, okay, that's fine with me. I mean, I really just want to go straight to Christmas so I can get some gifts. And y'all don't care about Thanksgiving? Is that what's going on? Y'all don't care about Thanksgiving?
Excuse me, you're talking to someone whose favorite holiday is actually Thanksgiving.
So why did you skip on Thanksgiving then?
Well, here's the thing. Like, I don't usually have this mindset of, oh, after Halloween straight to Christmas. That's how most people are. For me personally, Thanksgiving is something I always cherish because I always go to my family friend's house and they cook some of the best dinner you could ever have. Especially the turkey and of course, you know, the fried rice. They call it crispy rice, but the way they make the fried rice is just like crunchy heaven.
So Thanksgiving is actually fun for me because like I visit with family. Plus, I think like some of our family members that I've never seen for a while are gonna come to this dinner, which is great. But after that, it's a Black Friday deals, which everybody always loves to do, you know.
Yeah, but the thing is that Black Friday isn't exactly the same as it was the last decade. The thing with like today with Black Friday is that instead of having to wait in line, buying whatever that you need, you can actually stay in the comfort of your home and just order from Amazon.
Right, exactly. That's why, you know, going on to stores now it's a little bit different than, you know, just buying it online.
Yeah, let's just say that when you're driving and you see a Best Buy, chances are you're probably not going to see a huge line as you did.
No. There'll probably still be a long line. Those are those that are really dedicated, like Black Friday shoppers. But
yeah, but not as long as, you know, I was in the past. There will still be a long line, but it's going to be cut like by half or something.
I guess if you could say that. But I mean, I'm not really picky when it comes to like buying stuff. I believe like ever since, you know, I know like long time ago we've done Black Friday shopping before, and Black Friday shopping was just more of like, hey, get our video games, get all this stuff. But for us now, it's like if the video games are out, we'll just buy it now. If those tech stuff is what we need that we'll just buy it now. You know, that kind of thing. So I don't need to actually like wait in line for the, you know, for the things that I need. I know I want like things like a new TV or like a new monitor or a new computer, you know, that kind of thing. But I could just go straight to Best Buy or go straight to a store and then just, you know, immediately buy it there.
Yeah, honestly, for me, in terms of how I do my Black Friday shopping, even in the past, I always do it light. Like usually whenever I go to a, Black Friday, usually whenever I shop at Black Friday, I always get video games, Blu-rays, and all that kind of stuff. As of now, I just buy video games because, let's be honest, number one, my shelf is already full of my Blu-ray collection. Number two, whenever I do want to see a show or movie, I'll just go to a streaming service.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't need to buy Blu-rays anymore. Blu-rays is probably going to die because of the whole streaming service issue.
Yeah, and there's also the argument of, okay, what about, your 4K Ultra HD collection? I'm just like, well, the thing is, I have a 4K TV and I have a streaming service, so I can get my 4K experience that way.
Yeah, that's one thing that I'm also looking into is like 4K TV, but not right now. HD is fine. I don't need to get 4K right now. I don't need to spend that extra money, you know?
All right. But then, like, if you ever change your mind,
No. I'll stick with what I have right now anyways. FYI, both of us had an interesting weekend. Let me go first because Omid's going to talk a lot about his vacation.
A lot.
So Saturday, I actually ended up moving my friend Trina. If you don't know her, she's Stitch Bewitched on Instagram. Mm-hmm. I moved her like small stuff, like her cosplay stuff, all her like utilities and things of that nature. Not really the furniture things. And then I moved it over to her brand new apartment, and it's like in Santa Clara. What's so funny is that it's close to Nvidia, so it's like when I was driving through, Nvidia's like close to me, and I'm like, oh crap, that's my old workplace.
Awkward, isn't it?
It's not really that awkward. It's more like, man, I miss that place. But if anything, like I'll just pass by and say like, hey Trina, hi. Oh yeah, I miss work over there. And from where she's living next to a Target. She lives next to a really good. Oh, she lives at El Camino Real, which is like a really good plaza full of like stores, restaurants, and things like that. So if anything, she's been treated well when it comes to that brand new apartment. So I hope her and her fiance is going to be great living together over at that apartment.
Oh, she's engaged. Nice.
Yes, she's engaged. Okay, funny story about the engagement. According to what she said they were supposed to do that in Japan, but something happened. So they instead went to San Francisco and did it under a bridge.
That is still so cute.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that? It looks weird.
I don't know, but like, here's the thing: under a bridge in San Francisco, that's still good too, right?
No, I think it is. I mean, here's the thing: like a proposal, like doing a proposal is always fun. I mean, it's just the way that people do it. Like they can go up to a mountain and do it. They can go to a certain country and do it. I mean, I've seen people go to Japan and literally just propose. I don't know what, but my friends are really doing it right now. And I'm like, guys, I know I'm not married yet, but still.
I've seen people do it in sports games.
Oh, that too, yeah. But then again, like it's I don't know, weird about sports, but maybe the person who's on your side doesn't like that much sports. Don't do it there if that's the case.
It kind of depends on what your soulmate is into.
Right. Well, then again, like Trina and her fiance are both weeps, which makes sense. They want to do it in Japan, but they couldn't be able to do it. Nonetheless, we'll skip on there. And then the day after that, I went to MouseCon. Very small con, by the way. It's literally in a hotel lobby, and they only had one panel room. So the panel room was just mostly them just doing a cosplay contest, having some Disney topics here and there. If anything, there were some good vendors that actually were selling a lot of like Disney products. So I ended up actually buying some gifts. I'm not telling you your gift yet.
Yeah, please don't. I like to keep it secret, but thank you.
But for me as an avid pin collector, I was like, people are selling pins there, and I'm like, fuck. I mean, I love the pins. Like, I love to collect them, and then I of course show them off. That's why in D23 I keep on like putting up a lot of Disney stuff here and there. So whenever like somebody puts up anything about Disney pins, I'll be like, is that a good pin? Yes or no? Is that from a franchise that I know? Yes or no? And I'll pick that up and I'll grab it, make it part of my collection.
Yeah, MouseCon. The best way to describe MouseCon, well, from what you just told me, I guess MouseCon is pretty much a Disney Expo Junior. If you got that right, it's like if Disney Expo was a baby.
I guess, yeah. It's very small. It's very small because it's only in a
That's what I mean.
Lobby.
Baby size Disney Expo.
Make it very baby. It's not D23 where it's like the whole convention center just gets
newborn.
I guess. And also, if you saw on my Facebook, I literally spent $100 trying to get her mama. Yeah, I'm stupid. I don't know. So I went to round one, and then they have the crane games, and the crane games have like those cute plushies, like the animal cute plushies here and there, Hello Kitty stuff, blah blah blah. Even like the anime figures, like those. But then when they had a Your Forger Nesoberry, I'm like, I want to try it. And then I got obsessed, and I ended up buying a lot more money. I ended up wasting $100 to get her mama. And so I ended up getting Your Forger instead. And so that's what happened.
You're like...
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, I have a job. I make money, and we're good, okay?
I do too, man.
Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, my weekend was pretty eventful. This week is going to be fun. We're going to explain that later. But, Omid, you had a fun time. You went to Las Vegas, out of all people.
Oh, yeah. Viva Las Vegas, baby! Woo! So, pretty much, for those who don't know, or in case I haven't mentioned to you earlier, so I have an older brother who lives in Vegas currently. And so I went this weekend to visit him in Vegas. And it was primarily because my brother is a season ticket holder for the Las Vegas Raiders, which is my favorite football team. And he got me a ticket with the Raiders versus the Giants. And we had a blast there. And we did more stuff like the night before the game day, the night before the day of the game, we went to Gordon Ramsay Burger, and it's one of the best burgers I've had, so I do recommend it. And also, there was this like small block party that took place in one of the resorts, one of the casinos, and so we went for like a brief amount of time.
Is this Saturday night or was this Sunday morning or something?
It was Saturday night.
So it was like doing a pregame. He was doing a pregame before he started the whole like Raider get-go.
Yeah. So and then on Sunday, we pretty much went to We went to this place called Bagel Mania to get our breakfast. I got the Bagel Witch, and they had the Pink Box Donuts stand within Bagel Mania, so I got a donut there as well.
Are they still selling those Raider boxes?
They sell those small Raider boxes, but I already have the large one.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember we had to literally pull aside at 3 a.m. just to get him a freaking big box Raider box. I'm like, what are we doing?
Thank you to my brother. Love you. And so, and then we went to Westgate where I placed my bets. Of course, like, yes, I am a sports bettor. That's pretty much one of my favorite things to do in Vegas is to bet on football teams. And so I put in $20 for the Commanders to win. I put in $20 for the Vikings to win. I put in $20 for the Buccaneers to win. And I put another $20 for all these 3 teams in a parlay.
And how are the results?
Now, while I am satisfied with what I won, I'm going to be honest, I was close to winning much more.
Yeah, I saw that parlay bet. Apparently, you actually put all those 3 bets in one ticket.
Yeah.
And you could have won.
I could have. Like, I was this close. I was just like, okay, one thing's for sure. After that day, I'm going to be honest, I have a new most hated NFL team now.
Oh, my God.
Like, honestly, I'm just saying this right now. At least the Chargers or Chiefs didn't screw me over winning more money.
Chargers are still the better team, guys. So go Chargers.
No, honestly, yeah, no, I hate the Chargers. I hate the Chiefs. Now I hate the Texans. I hate all of them.
Oh, my God. Well, here's the thing. Texans are actually really good. You just didn't see it when you were betting them.
If they're so good, how come they didn't beat the Panthers? Which I needed the Texans to win that one, but they didn't.
Yeah.
So you can't even make that argument. It's like, here's the thing. I hate the team now because they won and lost at the worst of times. The worst of times. Because they lost the Panthers, which got me the second strike in survival. And they won against the Buccaneers, which I didn't want. I didn't want them to. If the Buccaneers had won, I would have been like... But here's the thing. I still came out on top. I still got more W's than L's because here's the thing. When you combine the amount of money that I placed bets on total, I bet $80. And then like... after the games, I got like $98 total back. So I got like $18 extra. So I'm gonna say this right now. I still came out a winner. Maybe not a grand winner, but still winner regardless. That's good enough for me.
You know what? You still ended up getting more than you lost. So that's good to hear.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
I gained more than I lost.
Wait until I go to... Oh, it kind of sucks because like the game that I'm going to go to visit his brother is going to be in December. It's on a Thursday night football game, which kind of sucks because like there's only one game to bet on that weekend. I'm only there like Wednesday night to Friday morning, so I don't think I'm gonna put a bet for like all the games that are happening that weekend, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing is that your day is gonna be much more limited.
Right. Maybe like NBA bets. I could bet Kings or something, or could bet Lakers or Warriors or something in there.
There you go. Like here's
yeah. I probably will do that eventually. Yeah, if anything.
Here's the thing. I never done an NBA bet. I've only done NFL bets.
Oh, NBA bets were pretty good too. I remember one time where I did a parlay bet for like 3 teams and one of them lost and it's your Warriors. That's why. And I was like, I could have gotten money, but your Warriors didn't even beat the Lakers. I'm like, or didn't beat the Lakers in a certain like point period. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, here's the thing. We've all been there. It's just like we were close to winning a parlay, but then close with no cigar.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like,
this was my Sunday was my moment. While yours was that moment.
Yeah, that was like, I think 2 years ago or something. I don't remember. I don't remember. But yeah, Las Vegas can take your money, can keep your money, can give you money. It all depends on like how you play the game in Las Vegas. So
I'll be honest. There are times I'm just like, hey, why stay with the Kings? Come switch the Warriors. But then it's like,
no. Remember that series, Kings versus Warriors last season? We went to Game 7. Okay, yes. We went to Game 7. Warriors made it, but you lost to the Lakers the next round, so I don't care.
Hey, can you not remind me of that?
Hey, I was reminded that Warriors beat the Kings, and they beat the Kings twice already this season. I'm like, what the hell?
But then here comes the cream of the crop, and that is the Raider game itself. And let me tell you, Allegiant Stadium is pretty much what I consider to be my football heaven, and it is pretty much my favorite spot in Vegas ever. And I'm not just talking about it like out of Raider bias. Like everything about Allegiant Stadium is a beautiful experience. I'm talking about from the atmosphere to the overwhelming crowd of fans to the food. Like Clyde's hot sandwiches, it is so clucking good.
I never had that, so I don't know that part.
And, and overall, like, the energy, like, you felt like you're in the black hole. Like, you felt like you're part of the crowd. And honestly, like, as a Raider fan, it's like, I felt right at home as a Raider fan in Allegiant Stadium. Oh, and also we met the legendary JT the Brick.
Well, he was doing his radio show there.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, JT the Brick is my go-to sports radio host. I don't really listen.
You can't listen to him here anymore because he's in Vegas.
I don't really listen to much radio, anyways. I do listen to his podcast series, and the way he talks about the Raiders, and the way that he pretty much and the way that he talks about the people associated with the Raiders, like head coach, manager, and all this stuff, like those whom JT considers good friends, like you could tell, like he has the passion and the class when he talks about the Raiders, and that's what I respect about him.
Yeah, well, I mean, good job that you had to wait to the Raider game. You won, by the way, so
yes,
congrats.
Yes, I did, and it was good for multiple reasons. Not just the fact that the Raiders are my favorite team, but also the fact that I actually picked the Raiders to win.
Yeah,
in the survival.
So it was
pool.
a win-win for you. I won my pool though. At least that I was okay with that. So I picked the Browns, by the way. This week doesn't really matter, but we're still surviving. But remember, one false wrong pick and you're out.
One false pick and you're out.
Yeah, I know exactly. So pick carefully.
Same to you, man.
Yeah,
it's like
I said this before on before show. I said I pretty much put all my picks down. I'm pretty sure I have a straightforward like path to pretty much like be strikeless till the end of the season.
Well, I do as well, but here's the thing. I might change my pick for the upcoming week sooner or later. Keyword being might. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, looks like you had a fun time in Las Vegas.
And you had a fun time MouseCon.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, here's the thing. Speaking of that, now, Nate, you're not the only one who's had a Disney experience, honestly.
Oh, that's right. You checked out another thing in Las Vegas, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So on Sunday night, I convinced my brother to have us go to this Disney immersive experience in the following day, like on Monday. And oh my God, it was beautiful. Like as a Disney fan, I was in heaven because Disney immersive experience is pretty much this sideshow, the slideshow show. In which they show various clips and and effects and the way they mix it up with the music and everything. It is so beautiful. It is just like I was like having my hand to my heart because this was something I've always wanted to do ever since it was announced it was going to be in Vegas. And another thing too is that the Disney immersive experience is located in only 3 locations: Vegas, Boston, and Canada.
So that one only experience is probably going to be viewing it over in Las Vegas. And hopefully it doesn't leave or anything.
Leave?
Like it's only a limited experience.
It's more like I hope it doesn't leave either. I hope it's permanent.
I mean, I want to go there so I can check it out. Maybe our friend Jess can also come along with us too. So
yeah, honestly, I was about to say to you that when you come on February, because we're both going to be in Vegas in February, I'm gonna drag you along with it.
Sure, I'm down for it.
Yeah.
In one of those days. I mean, I already have something planned up. I mean, we're coming in on Friday night because me and our friend Robert were about to go down to Vegas, driving, not flying, because we can't find a freaking cheap ticket right now to go to the Super Bowl.
I managed to snag a cheap ticket.
Yeah, but your days are Wednesday to Wednesday. Ours, but we have work.
Yeah, but I can make it work. Get it? Make it work.
Oh my God.
But anyway, so honestly, yes, it is Wednesday to Wednesday. It is a bit lengthy, but at the end of the day, I did kind of need it. A week from work, a week away from work. So this could help to my benefit, anyways.
Yeah, good for you. But then again, I have a lot of vacation planned up. I need to talk to Meta about my new vacation plans.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
Good luck.
but either way, I mean, it looks like it's gonna be fun. We had ourselves a fun weekend. Hope you guys had a fun weekend yourselves. But yeah, I mean, let's get this episode started, shall we?
Yes. Let's
I'm so
get
sorry
things
for y'all.
started.
Let's had a great weekend, so let's move on to our episode. And we're gonna start it off with the Ghost and Molly Mcgee episode reviews. So two new episodes came out: Smile Valley Farm and The Grand Gesture. So the episode is called Smile Valley Farm. This is the episode where the McGees and everybody around Brighton was pretty much obsessed with this video game. And Scratch is saying he doesn't like the video game, but in secrecy he actually does love it.
Yeah, so the best way to describe Smile Valley Farm is pretty much this. Imagine Animal Crossing New Horizons in app form. That's what it feels like
Dude,
to me.
they were playing on their phones, they were playing on their Switches or their PCs or something, but the name of the game is pretty much they're obsessed. You can see from their faces,
Yeah.
oh my God, If you're familiar with like what this game was referencing, then you'll understand why. Because we were kind of through that throughout the whole time we were we were kind of the same thing when we were indoors, to say.
Yeah. So pretty much, like I said before, this is a reference to Animal Crossing New Horizons, in which like you see these cute creatures there, these cute Animal Crossing like characters.
Yeah, like all they're doing, they're not really building houses, but they're just pretty much like, giving away like they're raising crops, and then they're like getting those crops and then selling it off to other villagers.
Yeah, so and that's another thing that happened in Animal Crossing too. It's like you giving things away like turnips, coins, and all that stuff. The same thing that happens here.
So yeah, I mean, it's just pretty much the same old game. We even have like a Scratch character, considering that Molly wants Scratch to play. So this Scratch character was literally being made. He literally has a mustache in the face and stuff like that, and has blue hair. He was raising apples, I guess, but
yeah, honestly, you could tell that Scratch with the color blue is just like, that's kind of a dead giveaway.
But here's the thing, like throughout the whole episode, like the beginning of the episode, Scratch was like, "Why are you guys playing this game? Oh my god, I hate this game." That kind of thing. You guys are wasting time, etc., etc., etc.
It's like Scratch trying to be a hipster without actually being a hipster.
I guess, yeah, that pretty much skims it out there.
Like, it's one of those, it's a cartoon trope in which a character says that, oh, he or she hates this thing, but then it turns out that he or she does this thing in secret. It's this sort of thing that we've seen in cartoon episodes as well, not just this. So this is an ongoing trope.
There's a lot I could just compare to, because it just has that same trope. Besides that, there's also a B story that also happened in this episode, where we get to see Sharon and Daryl talk about these statues, and literally I hate this. They really reference amiibos out of this.
Oh, they really are amiibos. You think about it. Remember when the amiibo thing was a fad?
Yeah, remember we used to. It was pretty much okay. I kind of hate this, but it kind of feels like NFTs.
Not really.
Except it's not NFTs. It's just like, okay, oh my god, these statues are like profitable. You can sell it off. They can get for more money. Now it's not. That kind of trend. Like, it can be big, and sometimes it also can die.
No, honestly, just you referencing NFTs, like you're pretty much insulting them by comparing them to NFTs.
But I don't know, what else can you say? Is it like what is it supposed to be, like teeny tiny like those teeny babies or something, like those little plushies that end up going in value, but then they actually fall to like 0 cents?
It's amiibos, nothing more, nothing less.
Really, I have a comparison. I don't know what it is, but it's something that is like a toy that can be small, it can be high in value, then it can like crash down to the ground.
And well, here's kind of the thing. eBay will be the judge of that.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's that. I mean, it's kind of the same thing like cards, for example. Like, trading cards, they do the same thing.
Yeah, so what it is that those little figurines, they're pretty much Brighton's own collectibles in a sense. Like those, rare collectibles that you see in reminiscence to not just amiibos, but like you pointed out, Pokemon trading cards. Like, those are it. Those are it for Brighton.
Yeah, and I mean, I love the fact that like Sharon was about to get into this business, and this is Daryl kind of like saying like, hey, we could actually make a profit out of these. Yeah, this is Daryl out of Daryl. You'll do that.
Well, and another thing that I love about this is that Sharon even kind of nudges at Daryl. Like, she pretty much says, where do you think you got your scheming genes from? And then Daryl looks at her and is just like, oh
yeah.
I love that. I love it because it really does show how Sharon shows her bad side as well. She shows her more scheming side, and it's just always fun to see Sharon go that route.
I just never expect Sharon to actually like follow Daryl's footsteps, but there's some times where I get to see like Sharon become like that, become something like that, to say. But yeah, I mean, they're all doing whatever it takes to get those rare amiibos or whatever figures from Small Valley Farm, and would do whatever it takes to pretty much get those boxes and then like sell it online. Like, that's like what you all did before. I'm pretty sure you all sold your amiibos event like in eBay or in some sort of like marketing place somewhere.
Oh yeah, like honestly, if you're telling me you've never sold a amiibo like at all on eBay, like chances are you don't go to eBay much, like I don't, or you're just lying to yourselves.
Right. So yeah, I mean, it just feels like this. Omi, does it feel like any particular game that you know of?
Oh,
besides Animal Crossing?
Yeah. Simply put, I got 3 words for you: Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Because like during a time, especially like Super Smash Bros for the 3DS and Wii U, the amiibo, craze, like the amiibo, what was at its like peak. The amiibo craze was at its peak. Like not only was it impossible, nearest impossible to get your rare amiibo sold, but it's also impossible to get it at a fair price. Like honestly, like once those are gone, and I do mean it, like especially the Fire Emblem ones, they sell out like in a snap. Then you have no choice but to go to eBay. But then whoop, they sell for like triple digits, and it's like that's when you realize that if you're not willing to sacrifice your wallet for an amiibo, then you might as well just go like at least months without living with it.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember a lot of people. I mean, even I was like addicted to the craze where I just ended up buying an amiibo, and then I kind of sucks. Just like I didn't even sell it, I just kept it, and now it's zero. It's not really profitable anymore. So
yeah, I don't sell my amiibos either. The amiibos that I do have, they're currently in my bedroom, and they're in the bottom of my TV.
Okay, so you already opened it. That's the thing. So
I already opened
they're probably going to be worthless then.
Which I'm okay with because I would never sell any of them. I love them all dear to my heart.
I have to say, I still have some that are boxed up. Maybe they could buy if it actually does come back up to actually rise to popularity or something. Maybe I might sell it then.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing is that you have to wait until like there's some sort of like event or game.
Or do like what Sharon did later in the episode.
Yeah. Let's see how well that's going to go for you.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, we'll follow up with Daryl and Sharon later on. But we also do get to see Scratch, and we get it. Like, Scratch is like the game, etc., etc. But we keep seeing him, like, look at the game. He's just getting a snack, but then we see him looking at the game. And, I get it. Curiosity kills the cat. He ends up actually playing the game. And, ooh, uh-oh. Am I seeing something from Scratch?
Yeah, but, I say curiosity killed the cat. And it's just like, well, technically Scratch is dead already. So, curiosity kills him the second time.
With the afterlife. So yeah, Scratch now is obsessed with the game, and I hate this like little part here where he actually has a plan B on his hand, and he just talks to him too.
He has a plan B as his puppet. Honestly, like plan B is pretty much his own Mr. Coconuts in a sense.
I guess in this case, but yeah, I mean, so here's the thing, like,
and the eyes too are really cute. Like they gave him this like Muppet eyes.
Yeah. So this whole plan B is pretty much saying like, hey, just hide from the fact that you like the game and stuff like that. But it's going to be harder than it looks considering that, the game is just being out from everybody. The McGees are just playing the heck out of this game. So, and obviously he wants to play the game in order for him to actually get his crops, or his crops are going to die and he's not going to get any money, that kind of thing that you play back in Animal Crossing, okay? So this will be bad for him if he ends up not playing in front of the McGees, because maybe your farm might actually be unprofitable at the end of the game or something.
And it even proves to be more difficult than ever. Like, it proves to be even tougher than ever to hide the addiction for reasons that we're going to get into later.
Yeah, well, we'll get back to Scratch in a bit. But let's go back to Daryl and Sharon, because it seems that with all the figures that they ended up buying, they ended up selling it over on eBay. Just putting it up for like a little bit of a price, and the money started rolling in.
Yes.
Oh my god! Look at them, just like getting obsessed with everything that was in there.
Look at those dollar signs. It's like I love.
Can expect like a small little figure to rise up to like $100-$200 or something. I'm gonna be like them too. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would be like them and just pretty much say, oh my god, I'm making a profit out of these.
What I love about this is that it shows the scheming dynamic between a mother and son. Like you see Sharon and Daryl pretty much hatch up their own scheme, and it's just really fun to watch because the chemistry is there. And I do want to see more of that chemistry between Sharon and Daryl in later episodes, because usually when you see Daryl with a parent, it's usually him getting to shenanigans with his father. It's just nice to mix it up once in a while and have it be him with his mother.
I never see Daryl actually be in agreement with his parents, because most of the time he's supposed to be the troublemaker, and the parents obviously are disappointed with him. But this time around, it's a whole lot different.
Not only is it a whole lot different, but it actually paints a much bigger picture. It actually makes a whole lot more sense.
And I'm not surprised, because Sharon is also struggling with money, and it makes sense why she wants to be part of this scheme.
Yeah, so they pretty much scheme for different reasons.
Exactly. Yeah, I know Pete's like a huge politician or something over in Brighton, and then Sharon is doing like all these like small jobs to get money. So this was definitely something that I was expecting from her to do.
Yeah, honestly, if like, let's be honest, when you're pretty much strapped for cash and you end up having to pick up jobs from like this one app, like, and not to mention the really crappy jobs too, let's be honest, you do the same thing.
Right. So yeah, looks like they're doing pretty well financially. Again, we'll go back to them later about this. But then let's go back to Scratch and, well, his problem of like hiding the fact that he loves this video game. We go to this like big musical number where you get to see it's called Plays in Shame. It's sung country style. The song is playing. Scratch tries his best to hide his addiction, but then again, Molly, on the other hand, wants to, obviously have a fun time with him, but instead he's just hiding all the time, trying to play the game, and Molly's just popping out of nowhere, like in this scenario where like Molly just goes out of the shadow and says like, "Hey, let's go play," or "Let's go hang out," that kind of thing.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of funny how the ghost is afraid of the human in this particular case. Like, when in actuality, it should be like a human being afraid of the ghost. It's like, I just find the picture ironic.
Yeah. So yeah, Molly is like trying her best to play, to play around with Scratch, but Scratch just wants to play his game. I love this one reference here where he literally just goes to the ghost world and goes online, and apparently the internet sucks up there.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. Like, that is a nightmare to get through. Like, the internet sucks, like dying in progress. It's like, you don't want to go back to those times. So trust me, try to live your life as best you can. Try to stay alive. Otherwise, you get crappy service in the afterworld.
So if anything, Scratch is hiding in the fact that he wants to play this game. He can't play it online over in the girls' world because it'll take 10,000 years to actually get into the internet, unfortunately. Very bad, I would say. Very bad. And at the same time, you would see Molly literally just trying to... I'm sorry, I literally have this picture for...
That Molly, like, do not mess with that Molly, or she will haunt your nightmares.
That's kind of the ironic thing, because Molly's the one scaring Scratch.
Yeah. Scratch, that's supposed to be your job. You're supposed to be scaring humans. That's your job.
He ends up playing this video game, and he ends up...
What are you doing? What are you doing?
So, how do you like this whole musical number, by the way, and you see, like, Scratch just trying to hide the fact that he's playing this video game?
I really like Played by Shame just by the fact of not only is it well-versed, not only is it catchy, but it also blends well together with the actual scenes that take place as the song is playing. Like, everywhere Scratch goes, he thinks he's safe playing the game in secret, but no, like, everywhere he goes, like, Molly pops up, and he tries his best to hide his game addiction from her. And then when he tries to go to the afterworld, as we mentioned before, the internet connection sucks, so he can't even have that. So Scratch is pretty much trapped. Like, Scratch is pretty much, like I said before, this proves to be harder than ever, especially when Molly tries to spend time with Scratch.
Well, the thing about Scratch is that he made a big deal out of this. Like, oh, I hate this game, blah, blah, blah. Now he likes the game, and obviously he kind of wants to hide the fact about that. He wants to hide the fact that he ends up making a big deal out of it,
Yeah, and you got to feel for Scratch here because, yeah, it's hard to, hide it when you got your friend popping out like left and right, checking up on you. It's just like, I'm trying my best, but
well, Scratch is still in his dilemma, and even if Molly put down the game to play, he's still playing the game. So how topsy-turvy is this, right?
This really is topsy-turvy when you think about it.
Let's go back to Sharon and Daryl, because it seems that, well, look, they made a lot of profit. They made a lot of money. Here's the thing. Is it time to cash out or not? Daryl did the right choice and actually ended up cashing out, getting some free, amazing swag from the money. Although Sharon thought otherwise and actually tried to keep the profits or something. And what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that?
Not a smart move, Sharon. Not a smart move.
Yeah.
You should, like, okay, let's be honest. Daryl may be a schemer, but he knows how to scheme. Like, he's scheme smart, street smart, and all that stuff. It's just like, Sharon, the moment you decided to, go with that move, you kind of bit yourself in the butt.
Yeah. So, to be fair, like, I should have done the same thing, actually, when it comes to, like, the amiibos that I collected and stuff like that. Once you ended up, like, getting a profit out of it, you should just cash out and just do, like, what Daryl's doing, get some free swag, like some like those things that he ended up getting.
Yeah.
Although for Sharon, like I said, he ends up getting the money, keeping some figures. So we'll see what happens in the end about that.
Yeah, let's just say for one of these characters, things don't turn out so well. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. So let's go back to Scratch and Molly. Scratch and Molly, obviously, Molly still wants to play with Scratch. Scratch, on the other hand, obviously wants to play the game. It isn't until this one moment that happened in the game where they had this, what is it called? what is the event? The Sundown event. Yeah, there's this Sundown event that's going on, and obviously, if you go to the Sundown event, your farm is gonna be prosperous. The deal was that Molly put down the game, and then obviously she knows about it. It's like the Sundown event is happening. Are you sure you don't want to play? Blah blah blah. I love the fact here where Scratch ends up like being suffered because of this.
Look at that. I mean, he is eating himself. He's literally eating himself. Like
I get it. The Sundown event is just absolutely limited. Even his plan B is saying, hey, play the game now. It's time to reveal your secret right now.
Yeah, like Scratch, like I said before, like his plan B puppet really does work just because of the fact that it's a, side of Scratch, like a side of Scratch talking to himself. I really do like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's reminiscent to Arthur Sweet Luann and her Mr. Coconuts.
Pretty much, yeah. So I mean, Scratch is definitely in a pickle. He's even hallucinating about the the crops, even like saying, hey, do your thing. So yeah, I mean, look, I get it. The pressure is absolutely mounting on him, and he definitely confesses. He says, "I love the game. I'm obsessed." That kind of thing.
Yes, I gotta come clean.
And he does. Then yeah, he ends up coming clean. He literally just shouts it right in front of Molly. But at the same time, Molly knew about it.
Molly, look at Molly. Look at the way Molly looks at Scratch, and she's just like, she's like, you like Smile Valley Farm, don't you, Scratch?
Like the SpongeBob meme. Oh my god.
Yes, I admit it, Molly. I love Smile Valley Farm.
Yeah.
I knew it all along, Scratch. No one can turn down a addictive gaming app.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody can resist a gaming app.
I mean, like I love the fact that like Molly literally just like as a cat just says like, hey, carries herself.
That pose, man, that facial expression, like that is just, adorkable and memeable.
Yeah, but I really kind of don't like how she ends up actually noticing, because the way that she actually had a request, aka from Definitely Not Scratch.
Scratch, who do you know is more happier than Molly himself? No one. So you could have just, put two together.
No, I mean, like he even sent it to a person named Happa. Like, do you even get it? Do you even read that? Whatever.
Definitely
it says?
not Scratch.
No. The two part. It says Happa Fire.
Happa Fire.
What do you think the Happa Fire is?
Molly.
Yes, exactly. And then he made a huge mistake, and it's like, okay, well, I guess Scratch, you kind of lost your secret there.
Another thing too is that like another move that Scratch made wrong is the fact that he put Definitely Not Scratch, and when you put down that you're definitely not somebody, you definitely are somebody. Okay, let's put it that way. Oh my god, Susan's disguise was less obvious than Scratch's disguise right here. Remember when Seuss was like, if anybody asks, I'm not Seuss.
Yeah, that's
remember
right. That? Very good classic moments from Gravity Falls. Yes. All right. So here's the thing. Now that the secrets have been revealed, it's time for Molly and Scratch to go to this Sundown event that's going on in the game, and it turned out to be something magical. Apparently, it's like very pretty, and I don't even know what's going on. What's going on with the Sundown event? Do you get like all the crops? Do you kind of like a big firework or a big show or something? I don't know.
All you can say is that the big wide eyes that both the characters are feeling says it all.
I had to expect so much animation like quality out of this. I'm not gonna lie, like you never expect like this top kind of notch quality from just watching an app.
And look at Molly especially, not only with the big eyes, but also the watery tears that come out of her eyes.
I know. So I guess this magical moment was pretty pretty, I would say.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like it puts a smile in Smile Valley.
So I don't understand like this whole Sundown event. It's supposed to like really profit your farm, or is it supposed to like be like the grand finale of the game or something?
Well, another thing too to keep in mind is that Animal Crossing also had timed events as well.
That's true, yeah.
So I think that's also what they're trying to capture with Smile Valley Farm.
I think it's like when you go to Animal Crossing, you have that not the Tom Nook. Was it it's that one guitarist person, like he'll play, and then like when he plays, the fireworks come out, and then the end credits come in.
Oh yeah, Tanook.
Yeah, there you go, Tanook. Yeah.
No.
Tom Nook.
No, Tom Nook. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's the one who plays, and then he ends up like getting like
the white dog, the
fireworks,
dog, yeah.
The fireworks, and how pretty and stuff like that. So it kind of feels like something like this, right? And then what happens after that, though, is, well, the game's over. Okay, cool. Let's live our natural lives. Yeah.
And now Scratch, look at Scratch how he feels. It's like he feels empty. Like
sorry, somebody said KK Slider, which is correct. KK,
KK Slider,
yeah.
Thank you for the correction, Yellowtail. Shout out to you. Anyway, back to this. Look at Scratch. Look how empty he feels now. Like honestly, like now that he's confessed, now that he's gotten it out, and now that he's like he doesn't have to hide his dishes at Smile Valley Farm anymore. Now he doesn't play Smile Valley Farm anymore. He just feels kind of empty. Like look at the guy.
It feels like
he's run out of a hobby to play.
I feel like this moment has pretty much ended. It's like the game just like lost its hype and all. I mean, it's weird because like it's such a big peak moment, then it just like again started crashing down.
Reminds you of a certain game
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like Molly and Scratch are back to normal. I guess everybody else is back to normal. So once the sundown event happened, this is pretty much it, right?
Yep, the sundown is down, and the sundown is down forever.
Yeah, so the game is pretty much like I guess unplayable, or it's more like if you play the game, it's not gonna be as hyped compared to like having the game firsthand. Here's the thing, like, okay, cool. The story is resolved between Molly and Scratch, but remember, we still have another B story that happened, right?
Yes, and back to the B story, speaking of which.
Yeah, well, it looks like Sharon invested more on those figures, but since the hype of the game happened, you know what happened to those, right?
Yeah.
And they became unprofitable. They literally was trying to sell as much as she can. Oh my god.
It was at that moment Sharon realized she messed up.
Yeah, she screwed up big time. It's like she literally was putting all these like blind boxes, and then she was selling them up for like big bucks, and now it's down to $1. So to say the least, this ended up becoming a bad investment. Sharon looks like Sharon's going back to those gig pig gigs again now.
Like honestly, Sharon, what did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah.
Like did you not, if you had listened to Daryl about, fads and all this stuff, because keep in mind, like Daryl's in a generation where he knows this kind of stuff. If you had listened to him, you wouldn't have been in this situation.
Right, exactly. So, well, ripperoni for Sharon. And looks like for all those figures, those are not going to be giving you a profit at all. All right, so let's go back to this episode. I got to say this. Again, another filler episode. This was actually not bad. I mean, it kind of hits me in the heart with all the things that like Bill and Bob was just referencing, like Animal Crossing. Oh yes, I remember that game. Amiibos. Yes, I remember. I collected those things. Like this is such a video game-esque like episode that kind of hit me really hard, and I'm like, what the heck are you doing, Bill and Bob? This really hurt me, but I liked the episode.
Like aside from the Animal Crossing and Amiibo references, like all in all, I found the episode to be all right. It's one of those. Like I said, it's one of those filler episodes, and it's one of those episodes in which if you skip it, you're not missing out on much. But I think like I was more invested like in the B plot because I feel the A plot was a bit cliche for my taste. But like my God, Psycho Molly, dude, like Psycho Molly.
I mean, you mean the Molly that she just pops up out of nowhere,
yeah,
right?
That's what I mean. Like she pops out like she pops out like she's a shiny. It's like, here's Molly.
Yeah, exactly. I have to say this though. I mean, it definitely is this definitely was an episode for the gamers out there. I mean, definitely did hit me hard the fact that they referenced all of this. I'm like, yeah, I remember playing all these games, and I remember like getting amiibos. I should have actually learned from what Bill and Bob were doing, or I should have learned from Daryl from what the episode came out. I'm like, yeah, I should have sold those.
Yeah, if you look back on it, honestly, I feel like this is an episode. This is a kind of episode that if the Ghost and Molly Mcgee were made about like 3 to 5 years ago, like it would have been much more relevant.
No, exactly. So I mean, I do love the fact that they gave us a nostalgia trip back there, and if anything, not bad of an episode.
Yeah, not really something that makes me want to go back to playing Animal Crossing New Horizons again.
I'm not playing that for a while. I'm sorry. I kind of lost interest in Animal Crossing.
I haven't played in years. It's not something like the episode didn't make me go play Animal Crossing again. It doesn't have that power, but it is something to look back on and say, you know what? You're all right.
It's not bad of a game. If anything, hopefully my friends ended up playing it again. That's the only thing that matters is for that Animal Crossing game is that if it's with friends. If it's not with friends, then you're kind of like, it's pointless, right?
No, I mean, like the episode is all right. The game, however, was a legendary.
Oh yeah, it was. Especially during the pandemic, man.
Yeah, we needed that during it. It came out at a time when we needed it. So.
Oh yeah, most definitely. All right, well, that was just one episode of the Ghost and Molly that happened this weekend. So let's actually talk about the second episode that came out. Now, the grand gesture, according to what the synopsis says, it says this is June and Daryl making a new thing from Scratch's ectoplasm. you were thinking that was the synopsis, but there's way more that happened in this episode.
Oh yeah, and when we mean way more, let's just say that there are certain groundbreaking moments that help change the show forever.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, we're gonna be talking about this. This is such hype.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna limit my like excitement because holy crap, there was so much in this episode that literally like after I watched the episode, I literally just messaged everybody saying like watch it now.
Well, here's the thing, like the hype thing that you're describing is, a certain ship. While meanwhile my hype for this episode is my favorite character getting the amount of screen time she deserves.
Okay, I know, I love that too. Plus, by the way, very good part of that as well. We'll talk more about it. But
Yes.
anyways, yeah. Once that happens, I'm going to be screaming my ass off about this. All right, let's just continue on with the episode. So the episode begins where we get to see like Libby, Scratch, and yeah, they're tearing
Look at
up
that!
on romance.
No, I'm talking about the friendship trio right there. Like, oh my god, it is adorable. Look at this.
Wait, trio. Where's Andrea?
No, but like Molly, Scratch, and Libby works as well because Libby and Scratch are Molly's two best friends. And then when you see Yvonne, it's just like, oh my god, like this is the Sidonican of Ghost and Molly Mcgee. This gives me Sidonican vibes.
It kind of does, yeah. Oh my god, it's just the feeling of this was just okay. Look, this is just a really precious moment that they had.
Yes.
And FYI, they're watching a romance, like a rom-com or something like that, which led to this question. Molly, are you still interested in Ollie? And it looks like you are.
I'm kind of surprised that they aren't boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah, it's based on the amount of screen time they had and the bond they shared.
So remember what they said before? Like remember what Molly said before? Like she's done. She wants to be friends or something to Ollie. Yeah,
that's
and then
true.
we never had like a real like thing that happened after that. Like they're just together, they're just hanging out, etc., etc., etc. And then we never expect like in the background that she still likes Ollie, and it shows.
Oh yeah, like totally, totally subtle way of showing it, Molly. Totally subtle way.
Yeah. So in this little scenario here, we get to see Molly still love Ollie, and you get to see Libby and Scratch also there as well. So I love the fact that Libby really wants to help Molly out. So as a BFF, she'll do whatever it takes. She'll be like that wingman and actually help Molly and Ollie become a thing.
Oh yeah, Libby does so well as like the wing woman / shipper.
Yeah, and same with Ghost with Scratch too. So I do love the fact that like even with these BFFs, they know about Molly's secret with Ollie, and then like Molly loves Ollie, and I love the fact that like Molly is like there to have supportive friends like that. And like okay. Like in the beginning of the episode, I'm like, oh my god, is this happening? Is this really gonna happen? Like we're gonna actually finally have the confirmed Molly ship.
Hey, you need a wingman and a wing woman, and there you go. You got it right there.
So no doubt she has full support. So if anything, like that's the thing we're all hyped about. I'm like, oh my god, wait. I thought we were gonna have a June and Daryl episode, but it wasn't a June and Daryl episode. We ended up having a Molly episode. I'm like, ooh, here we go.
I like to think of it as like half Molly, half June and Daryl.
I know, but that's one thing. Okay, fine. You know what? Let's talk about the synopsis. Yes, there is a June and Daryl moment that happened here.
Yes.
So I do love the fact here where we end
That's
up
June.
seeing
Yes. My baby girl, my baby daughter June, getting the attention she deserves. Yes, she's playing another prominent role again, like she did in the previous episode. I'm so happy.
She's finally like hanging out with Daryl, and they're both like experimenting with the ectoplasm that Scratch has.
And not to mention, not only do I love seeing June in a main role, but also June and Daryl's friendship being shown here is sweet. It is adorable.
Well, the thing is, like, they showed their friendship in the first episode of the second season, right? They were like hanging out together. They're like the scientific stuff here and there. They love to scheme things, and then we never see them together until now.
That's what makes it so wonderful. It's just the fact of like it's been episodes since we've seen this bonding again, like the first episode of season 2, and now that we got it again, let me tell you, like it is so relieving to me. Like it does warm my heart to see this.
Oh, it definitely does. I mean, if
And
anything,
another potential couple, by the way, another potential couple.
How you call it, Jewel? No,
I can't. Daroon. You call it Daroon,
right? Man, goddamn. We didn't even put up a ship name for Daryl and June yet. Okay, so dude, there, put it that. Anyways, they're doing some scientific stuff, and you definitely see like June definitely using her like ghost abilities, while Daryl is just doing some having fun with the ectoplasm here and there.
She's gonna win Nobel Peace Prize. Just watch.
Now, what happened though during this experiment was that the ectoplasm actually ended up getting with a lot more chemicals, and it turns out that ended up not really doing well because something is going on between this. Some chemistry was going on between the two of them.
Hey, chemistry.
No. I wasn't supposed to say that. I wasn't supposed to say that. It's supposed to be chemistry with that ectoplasm. Sorry. My wording is weird because I was too excited right now to talk about
You
this.
totally walked into that.
Shut up. And they end up actually making some sort of green thing. Like some sort of new ectoplasm or new ghost thing here.
Yeah. And pretty much after they make this, let's just say that they decide to adopt it as their baby son and they call it Flubber. I mean, Junior. Come on, let's be honest. It's a reference to Flubber.
Yes, I know. And oh my god, it's a green thing. I get it. It's a Flubber thing. Don't tell me you're gonna be Robin Williams' face like it's Flubber.
That's already got me think that's literally the first thing that popped in my mind is that they referenced an old Disney live action movie.
I guess maybe just the green thing. Maybe that's the reason why we're all thinking about it.
By the way, rest in peace, Robin Williams.
Oh yeah. So yeah, they have themselves a, I guess, junior. I wouldn't say son in this case.
Son/daughter/ non-binary.
Okay.
Let's say non-binary piece of slime.
Anyway, so yeah, they have to deal with this new slime thing. What is this new slime thing? We'll talk to them later. Anyways, let's go back to Molly. Because, oh my god. Look at Libby. She's so passionate of trying to get Ollie to work. Trying to make Molly a thing.
The fist, the eyes. It's just like, you can feel the dedication.
But again, she's a huge romantic. So she would love to do like things that would be like very poetic from the way that she's trying to scheme up things. While Scratch, on the other hand, is doing like some sort of High School Musical thing.
Yeah. By the way, another reference to a live action Disney property right there.
I just feel like they keep on putting up more Disney properties. I don't know what.
Yeah.
I'm assuming like was it Libby was going to reference like Romeo and Juliet while Scratch is doing High School Musical or something. So they have different ideas on like how to like get Molly and Ollie to be a thing. So
yeah, that's what I like is that they have the same intentions, but they have different ways about going on about it.
Yeah, so they have their own different plans, and it looks like Molly was going to listen to either one of them. Either way, Ollie's coming in, she got the text message, and it looks like something's about to happen, right? Something's about to happen where they're actually going to confess, right? Am I right? It's going to happen.
Molly in the spotlight.
Molly was in the spotlight. She was speaking poems, and then she was dancing weirdly.
Oh, yeah. Like, she pretty much tries to go all out in her own way, but you can tell she feels uncomfortable doing it.
Well, the thing is, she felt uncomfortable because, she's giving two different advices from both Libby and Scratch. Like, Libby says, say this, Scratch says, say this, and then it just makes Ollie so confused. Then it ended up not working out in the end. So, oh, poor Molly.
Poor Molly.
It would have happened, but you had to just butt in, Scratch. You had to butt in.
But here's the thing, though. What's weird about Molly's characterization here is that Molly's usually the hyper go-getter. She's usually the more driven.
This is so different for her, considering that this is like a confession of love, and I think this is absolutely brand new territory for her.
Yeah, so it's a double-edged sword for me. On one hand, you could argue that, let's be honest, like, if this were season 1 Molly, then she would have confessed in her own way right then and there. But then on the other hand, love confessions are sort of a different ball game when in contrast to most of the other storylines that take place in Ghost and Molly Mcgee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so again, Molly is definitely in a huge predicament. It's gonna happen. It just feels so bad for her because it was about to happen. It didn't happen in the end. So, yeah. All right, let's go back to Daryl and June. Looks like they've had a new green baby son or something, yes. And it looks like Daryl. It's cute. It's very cute. Awesome.
They're mom and dad. They're parents. See right there. Even the episode says, "Oh yeah, they're gonna get married. They're gonna be a couple. They're gonna have children." It's like they have their own child.
So yeah, it feels like they're about to have a child. I wouldn't say that. That's gross. Look, they have this green ectoplasm thing. They both think they're cute. They're adorable and stuff like that. But here's the thing: this thing is kind of a menace because considering how June had to go through this, FYI, big autism representation out of this.
Yes, big autism representation because we autistic people and those in the spectrum we hate loud noises, so we have to pretty much cover our ears and stuff.
So a fireworks show would not really be beneficial for you?
That kind of depends on how loud the fireworks actually are.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, June definitely didn't like the scream from the green blob, and obviously there's something going on with the green blob. Turns out that that green blob was very hungry. That a way though to feed him was electricity. So you get to see that he starts sucking up all the electricity in the house, and it turns out to actually make him a little bit bigger.
Yes. Look, their baby boy / girl is all grown up. Their baby boy is all grown up, Nate.
Yeah, if anything, this is actually like good research for June, because I can totally see June just like writing down stuff. Oh my god, this thing that we made can like eat electricity and grow, you know?
I love it. Like, I love how studious that June is here. It's just so sweet to see.
So yeah, they have this little problem here, and yeah, it turns okay. So I didn't actually put pictures of this, but apparently this green blob did run away. I do love the reference that happened in the end where Daryl literally says like, "Why is he a rebel? Oh my god, he's me! Oh my god,
the genetics in there."
No, it's more like, oh my god, I'm acting like my parents. You know, it's kind of like Big City, for example, where you get to see Cricket go down and say like, oh my god, I act like my dad. No. So it's just like what Daryl did here. It's like, oh my god, I'm acting like my mom.
That's really funny as well. It's sort of a irony in a sense.
Right, exactly. So, I didn't put pictures of this, but yeah, the green blob is gone. It looks like he's going to run a havoc around the city of Brighton. They need to stop him as soon as possible. But again, we'll get back to them later. Hopefully, they actually end up catching that little green blob. Let's move back to Molly. Oh my god! I swear, like
this is so right on the nose. You're just like,
yeah. I mean, this is weird because like you get to see Scratch and Libby really work together to actually just literally put a balloon saying like, "Ollie, will you be my boyfriend?" Oh my god! So yeah, this looks like it's all gonna be set up correctly. You get to see Libby just make up all these balloons. Scratch is doing the same thing as well, and it seems that it's gonna happen, right? It's gonna happen, right? Oh my god,
will
Molly,
it happen?
It's gonna happen.
By the way, I love Molly's blush here. It's really cute.
It's so cute. I know. Molly's like ready to confess and stuff. But the problem is like, okay, you're thinking that it's just gonna be a straightforward plan where Molly leads Ollie to the little balloons that says Ollie, will you be my boyfriend? But the problem is, oh, something had to happen.
Yeah.
So Scratch gets like pestered by this woodpecker. This woodpecker got angry at Scratch and he's like hammering him down. What happened was that this bird actually ended up ruining the whole kind of set.
Yeah, now it makes me want to go bird hunting right now.
I can't believe a woodpecker could just be so angry about a ghost, you know?
Seriously, it's just like honestly, Molly was really close, but then that stupid bird had to ruin everything.
I swear to God, like every time she sees Molly, whenever she sees Ollie like flip up his hair and stuff, Molly goes into like a gist of like rage and cuteness and stuff like that.
She's so cool.
Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, it looks like things are about to go awry, but then again, like I said, Scratch and the woodpecker ended up like ruining up the whole scene, and the scene ended up being like this. They said, "Ollie, you fiend!" Oh
Ollie,
no!
Ooh, red flags. It was a green flag, now it's a red flag.
So obviously this comes up, and then Molly has to like literally run away. Literally have to drag Ollie away to make sure that he doesn't see that.
Yeah, and then I like how Ollie's expression right there. He's just like, "What did I just see?" Or "What is going on here?"
And I do love this part. I do love this part here where you get to see like Libby get upset with Scratch here. It's like I love the line here where like Libby says like, "Okay, why am I not surprised? It's your fault."
That's what I love about, the Libby and Scratch dynamic here, is that they never forget the bit of there's still a bit of rivalry between Libby and Scratch, still a bit of that, and it clearly shows here that while they have made up and while they are legit friends now, the rivalry has not gone away. Like they do bicker at times.
They do bicker at times, especially with the fact that this big moment is about to happen for Molly.
So that's what I like about it. That's what I like about this duo.
Oh, and also love the line that Scratch says, birds are evil," or something like that.
It is true. Birds are evil.
Yeah. Now we go into our musical number here, where we get to see Libby and Scratch go into a musical number, trying to get Molly to get Ollie to like each other. And throughout this number, this song called "You Gotta Go Big," you get to see moments where you get to see Libby and Scratch try to set up scenarios where Ollie and Molly can like hang out together, literally like have a picnic here, go to like some romantic moments here and there, even go on like a equestrian ride with,
Equestrian-
to them, and
on.
even go to a hot air balloon, together and things like that. Even skydive together. I mean, the moment is right there. Like, I don't know what's going on. It just was a very small little montage of Libby and Scratch just trying to get Molly and Ollie together.
With all these Disney references that they're throwing out, I'm honestly surprised that they didn't throw a spaghetti scene in which both of them ate the opposite ends of a noodle.
Exactly.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't
they
do
don't even
that.
put like a Lady and Tramp thing, or like maybe I don't know much about romantic like stuff here or there.
Magic carpet ride. Magic carpet
that would
ride.
be really neat. Instead, there's no magic carpet right here in Brighton. Okay. Molly and Ollie, hey, we have to get something going. And I do love this whole musical number here where you get to see like the whole town literally rooting for them.
Yes.
So your thoughts on this musical number here?
Oh my god, like it is just so like much like the title of the song itself, much like the lyrics, this song is not afraid to go big. And when I mean go big, it's
all right.
like they put the emphasis on shipping Molly and Ollie together in various ways. Like from the hot air balloon to the violins, and to even like you got all these students involved there, helping Libby Scratch make this big grand musical number for Molly to help encourage, inspire Molly. And it's just really great to see the residents of Brighton helping the McGees in any way they can.
They're doing they're doing as much as they can, and I feel like I have a feeling like they were going to do it. If you remember correctly from that prom episode that they had, I would imagine like these people that know Ollie and Molly, that they're going to help with the ship and everything. So
I'm a bit disheartened that Andrea is not there.
Yeah, where's Andrea?
Where's Andrea?
Where are all the rest of like the secondary characters that were there? At least some of these people I know that were in this short here.
I do see them, and some are recognizable, others feel new.
Some are like brand new people. I'm like, who are you all? Apparently, all are like hired by Libby and Scratch to like get a musical number going.
Who are you people?
Yeah, my same reaction like that. I mean, they have this musical number. You're thinking everything is all cool, but you don't know what happened. But here's the thing: where's Molly and Ollie? Because it seems like they think that the whole plan ended up working out, but in the end, no, it didn't. So.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I feel so bad for Molly here because it's like, see so many attempts for Molly to at least talk to Ollie and have a confession stuff here and there. It didn't work out, so now they're currently like in a freaking ice cream bar where they're about to share a banana split and didn't happen because like Molly was too sad. So he gave all his ice cream to Ollie, and I'm like, oh man.
You gotta feel bad for poor Molly here.
I do. I mean, I really do in this one because like Molly, you had a chance to confess your feelings to Ollie.
Like after many attempts to try to confess her feelings to Ollie, at the end, she's pretty much at the end of a stalemate in a sense. Like, she pretty much she's running out of options. She feels, she doesn't know what to do. She feels defeated here. Let's be honest. She feels defeated.
Oh yeah. I mean, she definitely feels defeated, even if the help of Libby and Scratch, they couldn't be able to at least get at least one little slip of a confession that Molly can get. I mean, it's right there. It was about to happen.
Yeah,
but it never happened because there's so many plans that ended up like going all wrong.
You just gotta feel bad for her. But then here comes the next scene.
So in this scene, I do want to set this up though, because Molly and Ollie looks like Molly wants to confess, but Ollie is like, oh my god, this is something wrong with me, something wrong with me. But then Molly literally was about to ready to confess. Literally, like,
yes.
Oh my god.
And in comes the blushing. The blushing comes back.
Yeah. You were thinking like this is gonna happen, right? They're about to confess, and hopefully we get a reaction from Ollie that this is going to be a confirmed thing. That is until this green monster comes back, and it turns out he's really rubbishing the town now.
This is like going from, you know what this is like? This is like going from a rom-com movie to a monster movie.
Right, exactly.
Like this feels like a double feature combined into 10 minutes of an episode.
It definitely does, and even though it had like a couple minutes left in the episode, we were thinking like, they need to defeat this monster pretty fast. Obviously, we get to see that it was June and Daryl's doing. It was
their little siblings.
Their little siblings. Oh, and I do love this part here. I'm sorry, Molly, are you shipping them? Oh no!
This part was just straight up adorable. I just love like Molly, how exaggerated she is, and how like this is the Molly I love right there. Like this is the Molly.
Actually, did she actually put up some like ship names too?
I don't recall if she did, but I remember saying, "Can I be Aunt Malls?"
That's right. She can be an aunt. So it's like, okay, maybe she really does want to have those two together.
Much to the annoyance of Daryl and June. Look how annoyed they are.
Yeah, for real. Look at June's face though. Like,
June's face is the best one. It is just straight up priceless, especially the eyes.
Oh man, it's like, oh my god, I'm tired of this.
It's gotten up to a point where Daryl himself had to put Molly in her place to be like, okay, enough. It's just like, usually it's the other way around, where Molly kind of, puts Daryl in his place. Like, it's rare that you see it the other way around happen.
Right. But I would imagine like a moment for this would be like for those who love Daryl and June. I'm guessing you shippers would love that, and we're probably gonna be like Molly in this case.
Hey, you know what? You know what? I support it.
The thoughts of like what Molly is thinking, like she's gonna be an aunt. Obviously, the mind is thinking like, oh god, she's literally thinking of those two as a couple.
And then Molly's thinking to herself, double date.
Oh my god.
Double date!
That'd be something. It happened in the Loud House, remember? It had Lori and Bobby.
Ronikin and Lobby.
Yeah, there you go.
If Ronikin and Lobby can happen, so can Molly and Darun.
Darun or Geraldine. Oh god, what kind of ship name are we putting up here? Oh my god. This definitely was a shipping episode for sure.
Yeah, you could see, you can pretty much tell we're having fun talking about this episode.
Oh my god, yeah. So yeah, this little green monster ends up becoming big again. Actually, it like eats up all the electricity in Brighton, and you're thinking like, oh, with all the electricity coming up, is he gonna blow up? Right? He's gonna blow up and everything. But no, turns out this green monster ended up becoming like a guy now, like a mature person. And I love how like this monster or its green little blob ends up like putting up some like facts and stuff like that.
Takes after his mother.
I guess. Can June even say that kind of stuff or not?
He takes after his mother because of how intelligent he is.
Can June actually say those kind of words though?
I bet she can. Maybe. If she could study, she could say those words.
Maybe, but nonetheless, this smart little blob literally just giving advice to both Molly and Ollie, even Daryl and June. Even said like goodbye to Daryl and June, and even Daryl literally saying like, "Hey, come back for what was it, Thanksgiving or something." So yeah, this little green blob ends up, I don't know, fading away and all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
I want to see this character again. I legit want to see Junior again in a later episode because I want to see like more what they do with him. Like I want to see what they do with this character. I don't want to be like. I don't want to be.
Do you think we'll ever see him in the Ghost World? Maybe he might be in the Ghost World or something.
Who knows? But I'm just saying he has legit potential to be a full-fledged character.
We'll see. I mean, you only have a couple episodes left till the end of season 2.
Flubber.
Oh my god.
We want to see more Flubber.
We get that Flubber reference. All right, so you're thinking like, okay, so the monster is over. This is done, right? Is this done? But no, that's not the case here. When the green blob actually left, he did give some advice for both Molly and Ollie to pretty much confess their love, and so Molly did do that. And it turns out they are, well, here's the thing. Molly literally said, I want to be your boyfriend and stuff like that. And then Ollie said yes. And it is now confirmed. They're literally together. Molly and Ollie are a ship. They are confirmed. I love it.
Yes.
I did not expect to wait. I was going to wait till it drags on. Because I'm not going to lie. Like, I didn't expect this. They were just friends for like half of the season. Because I remember like Molly literally just said like, what is it? Ollie and I are done, and then it's all done. And then in the back of my mind, I was thinking like, okay, no, there's still gonna be something. I really hope Molly does become a thing. And lo and behold, this episode just comes out, and I'm like, Molly and Ollie are a thing. I'm like, yes, please, yes.
Wish granted. There you go. Molly is now officially canon. Yes, after episodes, after many appearances of Molly and Ollie together, it is now confirmed. Molly and Ollie are officially a couple.
Yes.
I'll give him 1 sec. I'm just going to grab a little drink for a moment.
What is this for? Wait. What is this drink for?
Oh, I'm just drinking the salty tears of toxic melandria and Molly shippers.
No, you just put down like some sort of like hammer down for those fans.
It's delicious.
Ooh.
I love it.
Sorry to all the fans who are shippers of Molly and Melandria, but he did that.
Yeah, I mean, like for the shippers of those two that are cool to talk to and chill, you know what? Yeah, I do express my condolences to you guys. You guys are awesome. As for the toxic side of those ships, I just gotta say, haha.
Here's my thing. Like, I know that you're toxic, that your ship never happened, but deal with it.
Deal with
it. It. And I look. For those who are like me who love Molly, I was gleeing with joy. I remember literally going to our chat room, me and Omid and a couple of our other friends. I literally said like, this happened, guys. You have to watch it. I know you guys were like sleeping because like it came out at midnight here in our time. And I told you like literally at 3 a.m. Watch it now.
You were so excited for it.
Yes, I literally put up videos on Twitter. I literally put up a short on YouTube because this was such a groundbreaking moment. Obviously, as a fan of the Ghost and Molly Mcgee, not a huge fan, but as a fan of the Ghost and Molly Mcgee, I definitely wanted to express my like gratitude and express my happiness. This fact that Molly and Ollie are now a thing.
Yeah, honestly, like the Molly moment is so big that Nate pretty much like hyper texted us like 3 a.m. in the morning saying, like, I never see Nate get this hyped up before.
Now,
in about a particular moment or episode. Not even with Amphibia. Like, not even with Amphibia.
Yeah, even Amphibia. I don't even like talk about a ship in Amphibia. Maybe I didn't even did anything for Spivey. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you were never this excited for Spivey.
I just felt like I won. It felt like a victory because it's like this is the ship that I was longing for this whole damn time. Because it's like Molly and Ollie were definitely meant to be. I don't know why the writers ended up like putting it in a different direction where like Ollie and Molly are just friends. And I'm like, okay, no, I kind of didn't accept it. But then again, I was like, okay, let's play along with it. And then in the end, we end up getting a Molly and Ollie ship. And I'm like, yes, thank goodness.
Well, here's the thing. It was kind of obvious. This is like, if they weren't going to be a couple, like, at some point earlier, they were definitely going to be a couple at some point later.
Exactly. And I just was hoping maybe like, I don't know. I was thinking like maybe like a season finale or something where you get to see Molly and Ollie become a thing. But you know what? I'm okay with this. Literally like only 4 episodes until the season finale of Ghost and Molly Mcgee. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. All right. So yeah, Molly is a thing. Molly and Ollie are now together. And I do love the fact here where, okay, so I didn't actually take the picture in time, but there was literally a heart when they were holding hands and the whole town of Brighton ended up lighting up at the end of it.
That's when you know how, true their romance is. That's when you know how true love is. It's like, it's so beautiful that it literally sparks up your night.
Definitely did, and no doubt about it. I mean, I didn't put the picture here also, but like Libby and Scratch literally at the end, literally saying like the Molly lives, and I'm like, yeah,
the Molly lives.
I'm like, I'm a huge fan of Libby, and now I'm supporting Molly just like Libby is doing.
Yes, like this is a moment where we were all Libby and Scratch.
Yes, because the Molly lives, and Molly and Ollie are now a thing, and I'm like, yes, thank goodness.
The Molly lives on indeed. Like this is where the Molly was born.
Thank goodness. Yeah. Now we settled the ship, and that's pretty much how the episode ends, where Molly lives. And now we only have 4 episodes left until the season finale of the Ghost and Molly Mcgee.
Daryl and Jr. next.
If anything, yeah.
Daryl and Jr. next.
If anything, this already is a groundbreaking moment, and I am so in the hype of this. I'm a huge fan of Molly and Ollie. I was like, it was bound to be happening. I just was bound to happen together. And now we get to see that they are a ship. They're now confirmed. Now we get to see those two like pretty much pal around together. And I'm pretty sure those two are going to be like huge partners later on. Later on as this show progresses, considering like how many big moments are going to happen for the Ghost of Molly Mcgee.
Yeah. So we just want to give our cheers to Molly. May Molly live on and reign on.
So Molly fans, yay! Yes. like you're giving a cheer to me because it's like, yes, I won. I am one of those Molly fans.
Yes.
But I have to give respect to all the Molly and Malandria fans.
The good ones.
The good ones. So I have a question to ask you, Omid. Did this ship go fast?
I will say that it could have been like it could have been paced a bit better, but I feel like the Molly ship, I feel like if they had done it like at some point during the second to last episode of season 2 or even the season finale, it would have had a bigger impact.
It'd be better if it actually was. It was so weird how the whole setup was, because like back in the episode where you get to see the prom, you get to see Molly and Ollie literally say like, literally Molly said like, we're just gonna be friends or something like we're done. And I'm like, dude, this was a romantic moment, and I kind of didn't like the fact that you literally just cut it off just because, you heard, Ollie was hurting Scratch and things like that.
Yeah.
And the progress that happened with Ollie liking Ghost was just so weird because it's like you get to see Ollie like Ghost in that one Halloween episode, and then you get to see Ollie and Molly like pal around together, having Ollie like confess like to his parents that he likes Ghost, etc. And then it leads up to this one moment, and behind the scenes throughout the whole entire episodes, you don't see Molly even mention Ollie liking him or anything like that,
Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, it's just like I said before, it could have been paced better.
I mean, I gotta agree with everybody here that was watching the Ghost and Molly Mcgee. It was too fast. It was kind of fast, and I was like, "Where's the setup?" If anything, you could have at least brought some science that says Molly still likes Ollie. But this was like in one episode, not like in various episodes. Maybe like little hints here and there where you get to see like Molly like Ollie still,
Yeah. Like I said before, if they had built up to it, if they had built up to the confession and kept the confession in the season finale, like I said, it could have had a bigger impact.
Yeah, indeed. But nonetheless, Molly is now a ship. Omid, what are your thoughts on these like moments, the final moments that happen here in this episode?
I was happy for them. Like despite my personal issues with how it was handled, I gotta say I was really happy for Molly and Ollie finally becoming a couple. At the same time, like I said before, it's not really surprising.
It was bound to happen, right? Are you like one of those folks that kind of like were into the whole Molly ship, or were you also another ship or some other ship that happened in the show?
Honestly, for me, it didn't really matter to me. She could have been with Libby, Andrea, Ollie, or some other guy or whatever. I would have been like, I would have been like,
Yeah.
It didn't matter to me because Ghost and Molly Mcgee isn't really a shipping kind of show.
Although, to be fair, the fans kind of did that. Like, they made kind of a shipping war. Am I right?
Yeah. Oh, God, the shipping war. Don't get me started on that.
It kind of makes you feel like some sort of other show that came up that had a shipping wars, remember?
Oh, God, no.
What?
No, you mentioned that. You mentioned Star Wars Force of Evil.
So, no. Well, I didn't say that. I didn't mean that.
Like, Star Wars Force of Evil is where it was the worst.
Well, I was going to say Loud House, too, considering that everyone's shipping, Ronikin or Stellakin or stuff like that.
No, but they were playful jabs more than anything else. Star Wars Force of Evil, on the other hand, my God, it is a cesspool of toxicity in terms of shipping.
When we compared before that the Ghost of Molly Mcgee was kind of acting like Star Wars Force of Evil, are we kind of agreeing with that now or not?
Yes and no. Like, the reason I say no is because, let's be honest, like, as flawed as Molly was, let's be honest, it's still 10 times better than Starco.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of hate it, just the fact that it happened in the end. Like, you had... Okay, look, I'm not going to go blather about this, okay?
Me neither. The less said about that, the better.
Yeah, but Star versus Force of Evil had its own like shipping war, and then we still had a shipping war. I don't know. It isn't supposed to be. It's not supposed to be like this, right? It's not supposed to be a shipping war between like what Molly should be hanging out with,
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's a silly cartoon with a girl who befriends a ghost.
Exactly. And, I mean, it was straightforward that Molly and Ollie were going to be a thing. I was just like really happy for them. And I mean, I support all ships, but when Molly and Ollie were like the ship that happened, and like when I saw it from the first episode onward from second season, I was like, make it happen. Obviously, a little heartbroken that they ended up like being friends, quote unquote friends. And then now they started to become like, the ship that we all love. So yeah, I was totally one of those that actually hopped onto the Molly ship. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. As for me, like I want to see what they do with Molly and Ollie as of now. Like, are they going to make it Lumity levels of, quality storytelling in terms of, handling a couple, or are they going to ruin it like they did Starco?
Oh, please no. Oh, please no. Keep it Lumity. Oh, no.
Like I said, it could be as good as Lumity or it could be as bad as Starco. We're going to find out.
So here's the thing. We only have 4 episodes up till the end of the season. Unless we can announce the season 3.
Yeah. In which case, like the season 2 title of the end better be a lie.
I hope so, but
Pull a gumball. Pull an amazing pull a gumball on us.
yeah. But nonetheless, I'm still waiting for season 3. No announcement yet, and I really hope we do get one because if it does end up becoming those last 4 episodes, it doesn't look great. It doesn't look great.
It doesn't because there's much more to tell in terms of not just the show, but also the Ghost world as a whole. There's much to explore. There's much more stories to tell, and there's much more character arcs to delve into.
Right, exactly. So, all right. Anything else you wanted to talk about the Ghost and Molly Mcgee, or are we going to move on to the next subject?
I think I said all I needed to say. Like I said, cheers to Molly, and may they live and reign on.
Yeah, I didn't expect us to actually review this and actually have like a lot of time out of our episode from this, but heck, it's all impromptu. So, hey, Ghost and Molly Mcgee fans, you ended up having your own episode today.
Well, that's the thing. Like, the episode is so hyped that we spend like much more time talking
Please
about it.
Please don't tell me we're gonna do the same thing like for the next episode. I don't even know what the next episode will be. I know that's supposed to be like a magician fraud episode, and I forgot the next one, but I know that like Molly and Daryl was supposed to like do something to at least get magic, like to make sure magic is like fake or something, you know.
And that's another thing too. Like, it kind of depends on how hyped the episode will be. It depends on what's going to happen in the episode.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, no, that's the thing. They surprised us from that one synopsis because you're thinking, oh, June and Daryl episode, whatever. Or maybe in your case, you like it just because it's June and Daryl.
Yeah. As for me, yes, I love it because it's June and Daryl. June especially.
But we didn't expect that there was going to be a Molly confirmation. I'm like, freaking Bill and Bob, you did us dirty.
Now that's kind
in
of
a good way. You did us dirty in a good way.
Here's the thing: anything can happen in a Ghost and Molly Mcgee episode. Rather it be a love confession, or rather be a plot twist, or anything like that. And that could take place during an episode where, at face value, it could be a meh episode, but then it actually turned out to be something more.
Right, exactly. But nonetheless, we ended up just having an amazing like explanation about this. So
definitely.
Oh man. Anyways, Molly Mcgee fans, I'm pretty sure you all loved the episode, but again, for those who are watching on YouTube and Twitch, please comment down what you guys thought about the episode, and we'll acknowledge it and see how it is.
The Ghost and Molly Mcgee Den.
All right, so if you have been following on Disney TVA social media on Twitter, X, Instagram, and pretty much anything that relates to Disney TVA, they have made some announcements that relates to the Children and Family Emmys that's coming out this December. Now, we're not going to go down the list of like what the whole entire list of nominees were, but Disney TVA undoubtedly had a lot of dubs.
Oh, yeah. And when I do mean dubs, I mean dubs in the form of Emmy nominations.
It's been huge, like, listing when it comes to, like, Emmy nominations for pretty much most of the Disney TVA shows. Like, I didn't expect, like, out of all these, like, all these nominees to actually have, like, at least, like, one Disney property in, like, each of the categories.
Yeah, and what's really surprising also is that the amount of nominations, like the Disney TVA show that got the most nominations is actually the most recent Disney TVA show.
Well, oh yeah, that's true. That's actually true. Well, then again, like Hamster and Gretel is all around that same time too, right? Oh no, it's not. Hamster and Gretel came out first before.
It came out before Moon Girl.
Before Moon Girl, that's right. So,
sorry to spoil for you.
I know, I can't. I didn't want to hide it, but anyways, yeah. To say the least, a lot of Disney TVA ended up getting some big nominations. One of them in particular is what we talked about just recently, the Ghost and Molly Mcgee. Ghost and Molly Mcgee was nominated for best voice directing for an animated series, so congrats to them. And FYI, I think it's actually a really good nomination considering that the voice cast that they have there is like stellar.
I really do think so too. Like one of them that stands out to me, Laura Jill Miller as Libby.
Oh my God, yes.
But then there could be a bit of a Loud House fan bias on my part because she's Lisa Loud also. So there's a bit of bias on my part.
I am not gonna lie, like Lara J. Miller's like voice of being Libby is just precious, okay? Like she did an amazing job at being Libby, okay?
Not to mention you got these like energetic voiceover works coming from, of course, Molly with her free-spirited and happy-go-lucky personality. You got Scratch with his grumpy and jerk with a heart of gold sort of charismatic to him. Mm-hmm. And then you got, of course, Andrea. Her voice actress just has so much fun with the role. Yeah. Like she really does carry that. She really does carry that fashionista, social media influencer persona, and she goes all out with it.
So that's one thing about it. But here's the thing, it's director. So the person who's directing the whole casting fact, it should be nominated just because he ended up actually putting up like a lot of amazing like voices for the characters in the show. So it's great to actually see that the voice director for the Ghost and Molly Mcgee getting a nomination. So it's great to see that happen.
Well, yeah, the voice actors and actresses wouldn't do their part if not for the voice director. And the voice director, let me tell you, like the way that the voice director directs each actor and actress to do their part and make it as authentic as they can to fit the personality and charm of the characters that they voice respectfully. Like it is just something to behold. And yeah, they do deserve to get nominated for that.
Oh, no doubt about it. So Ghost and Molly Mcgee is just one show that ended up getting like some nominations, only one. But there's others that also came up. If you remember KIF, this premiered this year, and they actually did get some nominations, two to be in fact. One is the same thing, voice directing in an animated series. So Ghost and Molly Mcgee and KIF are competing for that Emmy. And main title. So that's pretty good for KIF, especially considering it's just their first season in Disney Channel.
You know, in terms of KIF, sorry, I still haven't seen season 1. Please don't come at me.
It's a good show. KIF is a good show.
Please don't come at me. I promise I'll get to it as soon as possible. I promise.
First, I'm going to go in your face now.
To all the KIF fans, come at me. But yeah, I'm just going to say, I can see why KIF would be nominated for those. And especially, like, I recently just watched the opening for it. And as I saw the opening, I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is something I definitely got to get to ASAP. Yeah, I love the way, like, you know, but first the chorus goes KIF, KIF.
Yeah,
KIF.
yeah. It's just it's just like going KIF, 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 KIF.
and then you see KIF herself in many different settings and with like these many different characters. One that really stood out to me was that long neck bird with the coffee.
Oh yeah, principal secretary.
I love that one because it's the most relatable. Like already from the opening, like that secretary looks like the most relatable character of the show.
Yeah, principal secretary is a pretty great character. You guys keep watching more about it, you'll see. He's not really like a strict principal. He's kind of a principal that is like weird.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah,
because principal characters usually turn out to be either weird or really strict. But
right.
In your case, in this case, it's a form.
So main title is supposed to be the main theme song, right? Is that how main titles are?
Like the main song, not only the song itself, but also I would argue the opening as well. The main title.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like the main opening. So
yeah,
I would say it definitely does make it. I mean, I guess it's just based on the simplicity because it's not like so complicated and like very big lyrics and things like that. And plus, it was animated really well too. So
yeah, and that's the thing. For a show like KIF, it's very appropriate that it was set up the way it did and why the intro is as simplistic as it is. Because at the end of the day, it is a simplistic show. And, you know, from what I've seen, that's all it was trying to be. It wasn't trying to be this grand epic adventure like Amphibia or Owl House. It was trying to be this cute slice of life show about talking animals.
Pretty much, yeah. And no doubt about it, I mean, there's some adventures in KIF. It's supposed to be very slice of life, if anything. So KIF, you get yourselves 2 Emmy nominations, so congrats to y'all. I also do want to give a shout out to Hamster and Gretel, the voice actress of Gretel, Melissa Poffenmeyer. Now, she got nominated for a younger voice performance in a preschool children's or young teen program. Now, the way that she got the nomination is through her dad. Did you see that video, by the way, where Dan Poffenmeyer literally just like called up her daughter and said that you got nominated for an Emmy, and then she got like hella emotional?
I actually didn't. I
oh
need
my
to see
god,
that.
You have to see it. It was so touching also, like, because the thing is, like, Melissa is her first time voicing in a show. So it's like, okay, well, your first time voice acting, how are you going to do? And it turns out it was Emmy nominated. So it's like, yo, okay, you're doing a really good job as Gretel right now.
Yeah, I kind of need to see that clip because that does sound like a heartwarming moment to me. But here's the thing. I never watched any Hamster and Gretel. I don't think I've been interested in seeing it. Sorry, Hamster Gretel fans. But
Dan Poffenmeyer will probably talk to you about that now.
Like, unless Dan Poffenmeyer somehow holds a gun to my head, I'm just like, okay, fine, I'll watch your damn show.
Or
I want to live.
You're a Phineas and Ferb fan. You're supposed to like Hamster and Gretel.
Was a Phineas and Ferb fan.
Well, I mean, you were a Phineas and Ferb fan.
Yeah, but then the show got repetitive, and I just kind of got tired of the show.
Okay, so Milo Murphy's Law. I know that Milo Murphy's Law wasn't that great, but I know that. Okay, look, we're gonna talk more about the Dan Poffenmeyer shows eventually.
Yeah, honestly, and for the voice actor, as for the voice acting, now I do congratulate Melissa for her. Nomination. Like, of course, this is something that's a happy moment for her. I'm glad she's happy. But when I've heard like tits and bits of Gretel, something about this made me think, like, her voice, she sounds more older than she's supposed to be. Like, you know how she's this,
Are you judging her voice now?
she's this little girl,
Yeah.
and she sounds a bit too adultish.
Oh my god. Wait. Don't judge her voice. What's happening?
I'm not judging her voice at all. I'm judging the direction that they took with the voice.
I mean, okay, so if you're telling me Kevin is like really too high pitched, is that what you're gonna tell me too?
No, Kevin sounds like a normal teenager.
Oh, he's like hella squeaky whenever he like screams and things like that, you know?
Well, I mean, usually like adults and teens do tend to have squeaky screams, high-pitched screams whenever, they get scared or something like that.
I mean, I still like Gretel's voice. I mean, she's still doing a great job at it.
Gretel's voice is not bad, okay? Like, let me make one thing clear. Gretel's voice is not bad, and Melissa Povenmire is, of course, a very talented actress from what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, when I think of her voice, I think to myself, that does not sound like a little girl.
Okay, whatever. I still give my props out to her. I still like Gretel. She still has a great like voice. I don't know. I try to catch up with the show as much as I can, but I just remember like we went to the freaking Hamster Gretel panel in D23. You should have at least known that Gretel's voice actress was there, you know?
I went to part of it. I went to the
Well, you saw Dan Povenmire and you saw like most of the cast there.
I saw Dan Povenmire and most of the cast there. I went to, meet up with you guys after the panel I went to.
Yeah. It wasn't even a packed house, to be fair, but still.
I wonder how packed it'll be this upcoming year.
I don't know. What kind of shows is D23 gonna give up for us, huh? Maybe a panel for the Owl House?
Yeah, like the Owl House coming back.
Like your Comic-Con.
like the Owl House, the Dana Terrace cut.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Or Matt Bradley comes out of nowhere and just literally just says, "Hey, Amphibia 3, ah!" Or Amphibia 4, ah!
or the Amphibia revival sequel.
It's coming out. D23 is coming out next year in August. We have a lot to speculate on that. Stop.
Amphibia Future, in which Anne sings, "Here we are in the future."
Oh my god. No. Freaking Steven Universe reference now. Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah. So, again, Melissa Povenmire, congrats on you. I believe you do deserve this nomination. I really hope you do win the Emmy, but we'll see how it goes. It's a very tough competition. Besides that, you also did put out The Wonderful Summer of Mickey Mouse. They actually got nominated for 2 things. Animated special. It is a 30-minute special, so yeah, this makes sense for it to be there. And editing for an animated program. And I'm not gonna lie, like the Mickey Mouse the new Mickey Mouse cartoons have been like pretty neat. Like, it's not bad.
Yeah, honestly, think of the Mickey Mouse cartoons like this. Like, they're sort of like to Disney what the Looney Tunes cartoons are to Max, in a sense. Or like Looney Tunes cartoons are to Time Warner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in that they're pretty much not only a revival, but also a successor to the old Mickey Mouse cartoons that aired back in like the 30s, 40s, and 50s and all this stuff. Like, this is their way of bringing back the charm, bringing back the comedy, and bringing back the charisma of Mickey Mouse and his friends in the short cartoons.
I mean, if anything, like these shorts that Mickey Mouse have done, it was pretty neat to actually have those back. It's like one of those like things that you saw back in like the 30s and 40s, if I remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like for a new generation, for those who love Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Goofy, Donald, and those guys. It's a pretty neat series to say. So animated special, edited for an animated program. I mean, it's entertaining as heck. So yeah.
Also, Goofy's my favorite.
Come on, Bill Farmer fan. We have 2 more shows to bring out that is also nominated for Disney TVA. One of them is what we've done before when it comes to episode reviews. We did talk about Big City Greens and how great the show has been, and it is great to actually have 2 nominations.
Bingo bango.
So one of them is for children's. One of them is actually a big one, which is for the best children or young teen animated series. That's like one of those. It's like getting like the Best Picture award. Okay.
Yes. Yes. So let's go. Big City Greens, bingo bango. Let's go.
And casting for an animated program, and I agree with both of them, because Big City, no doubt, is very slice of life, very like relative to like everyday things. So it definitely deserves to be in that category when it comes to like young teen animated programs. But then I think I also do agree about the casting for an animated program, because What did you bring into the show? You brought like really amazing guest stars recently.
Yeah, not to mention also you got Shane Houghton as voicing Cricket Green.
Yeah.
And then you got Zeno Robinson as Remy.
Yeah.
And then you got the voice actress for Tilly. She did amazing.
Everybody in the show definitely like did a great job. It's just that
and then you got Anna Kana voicing my beloved.
God.
Carry on.
Of course you would. Of course you put up Anna Kana again or Gloria again.
Yes.
No, but the thing is like here's the thing. Casting wise is fine. You ended up having like a great cast, but your guest stars are the one thing that I'm shocked about. You brought Danny DeVito. You brought Danny Trejo is freaking Vasquez. Okay, so
and Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks was in it. Hello, and you also did bring there's a lot of things recently. You also did bring Michael Bolton in one episode.
They brought Michael Bolton, man.
So I'm just saying, like they do deserve this. I'm not gonna lie, they do deserve the whole casting.
Honestly, this is a Disney Greens is a Disney TVA show in which it handles its guest actors like the best.
Oh yeah, it definitely did. And I mean, no doubt about it. Like I've been listening to like all the Big City Greens episodes. They did a great job when it comes to like the episodes here and there. So if anything, they do deserve to get that. But when it comes to the other thing, children's or young teen animated series, that's a bit questionable one.
Yeah, it kind of
well,
is when you think
well,
about
I mean,
it.
like it kind of deserves it. I mean, to be fair, yes, it deserves it. I know you were praising the heck out of it, so I'm assuming like, what makes you think like Big City will actually get that award?
I think it's just one along the lines of, like I said before, like it is a slice of life show that like it really does nail each topic that we relate to. Since we do live in the real world, Big City Greens is sort of like a mirror image of what the real world is like. But then you add the cartoony wackiness to it into the mix.
Exactly.
And not to mention also like some of the episodes themselves are some of the most heart-wrenching ones I've seen. One of them that sticks out to me, surprisingly my favorite non-Gloria episode is Pen Pals.
My God, that was so touching. Yeah,
got me in the heart.
That was so touching, especially when you see Andromeda and Tilly having their friendship like broken just because, well, not really broken. It's more like they still are together, trying to link the friendship together, even if they live very far away from each other.
Yes.
Oh man.
You got Pen Pals. You got the season 3 finale, which is also really great.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, Chip Whistler's back, baby.
And then best of all, every single Gloria Cedric episode.
Oh my God, you stop being biased to Gloria for 1 second, Jesus. I don't know about season 4 if there's more Gloria episodes, but I'm pretty sure there will be.
Oh, there's guaranteed to be. If they're gonna add in more Chip, they're definitely gonna add in more Gloria, because let's be honest, like Gloria has made her like prominent appearances in all seasons. So
let's see. We have that movie that we're waiting for, Big City Greens.
My God, if they give her a role that's as big as Sunny in the first SpongeBob movie, I'm gonna lose it.
We don't know. I mean, that movie is supposed to come out next year. I don't know. We have to freaking give us like some sort of trailer.
Yeah. Give us more. Give us more.
D23, right? D23, August. Is that what we're going to be waiting for?
D23, you know what to do. Wink, wink.
Now, here's the thing. We did talk about, again, like all these shows having the wins, like the dubs and stuff. Like Big City Greens for 2, Hamster Gretel for 1, Kif for 2 nominations, Ghost and Molly Mcgee 1 nomination. The Wonderful Summer of Mickey Mouse, 2 nominations. But it isn't as big compared to one show in Disney TVA that ended up winning, like reeling in the nominations.
You could argue that this one show we're talking about has earned more nominations than the other previous shows that we mentioned combined.
Yes.
It is that big.
Now, I'm going to tell you, 9 nominations for this one show. And I'm not going to lie, when we went to D23 last year, did it hype you, the fact that they were building out a trailer for this show and make you want to watch the show?
Yes, it did. And especially the fact that in D23 Expo 2022, they advertised the hell out of Moongirl and Devil Dinosaur. They even did so in this one musical number in which they did a musical number with the dancers dressing up in roller skates and all this stuff. I'm just like, man, they are really building up the hype to it. And not to mention also, there were also some of the voice actors that came in as guests of honor for D23 Expo. We didn't get the chance to meet them, unfortunately, but we were familiar with how, D23 Expo was building up the show.
It definitely built up to the show, and I think like because of that Disney branded TV panel that we went to, no doubt that was like one of the big headliners that they're gonna bring out next to like the Proud Family and Raven's Home, for example. What I'm talking about is Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Now, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur came out early February, and like all the episodes dropped on Disney Plus. And you're expecting like, oh, okay, so this show is like, well, here's the thing. It's a Marvel show. It's also made by Disney TVA. And they both did a great job making like Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur become like an amazing show. Like, you haven't watched it all, unfortunately.
What are you talking about? Not at all. I watched like 8 episodes.
Yeah, no. You didn't watch it all yet.
I didn't watch it all yet.
Yes, you didn't watch it all yet. Like, I'm sorry, but you have to catch up because the show is unbelievable. Like, it's amazing.
It really is, but then like when you got someone like me who's consumed a wide variety of media, like I'm currently watching a couple anime, playing a couple of games. It's kind of hard to kind of like keep track of time. So
yeah,
it's all a matter of poor time management on my part.
Well, then give some time for Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur because second season's about to come out next February, sir. You have to catch up.
Oh yeah, one thing I can 100% promise you, folks. I will be all caught up with Ghost and Molly Mcgee season 1 before season 2 airs.
I mean, no. Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur, season 1.
No, Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur. I'll be all caught up.
I thought you said Ghost and Molly Mcgee.
I'll be all caught up with Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur season 1 before season 2 appears. I promise.
Okay. Here's the thing. Like I said, this Emmys, Children and Family Emmys, that's gonna come out next month, will have 9 nominations for Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur, and there's a lot to put down for this one. First off, we'll go backwards actually. First off, casting for an animated program, editing for an animated program, voice directing for an animated series. I think one of our Disney TVA folks is also nominated in that category. Main title. Oh yeah, main title. Sorry, Kif.
Yeah, honestly, Kif is going to be blown to smithereens by Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur because let me tell you, Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur, the main title slaps. Like it pops. Like
you didn't know it, now you know. Moon
it,
Girl magic.
it gives that upbeat hip hop atmosphere to the opening title, and it gives you a feeling of what the show is like, style wise and mood and tone wise.
Oh my god, yes, it's so uplifting. I mean, the main title again. I'll explain that later. Voice directing for an animated series, writing for an animated children's program. Lars Fishburne as the Beyonder, nominated for voice performance in a children's program. I'm very sorry for Melissa. Oh man.
Yeah. Pretty much like I said before, Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur. Like let's say you got like Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur versus another Disney show that is within the nomination category. 9 times out of 10, Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur is going to beat that particular show.
Now, animated special. I'm very sorry for Wonderful Summer of Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur is going to kill him.
And then number 1, children or young teen animated series, which means it's a big fight between Big City Greens and Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur.
I'm pulling all in for Big City Greens.
Oh my god! Wait, really? What? No, do not take that back. Take that back right now. Oh my god! Did you really put down Big City better than Moon Girl?
I mean, so far from what I've seen, because like I said before,
okay, this guy doesn't have like taste of like what Moon Girl has. Oh my god! How do you not like okay? Seriously, like visually wise, Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur looks amazing. Like it's something Spider-Verse like. Okay.
Here's the thing: Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur is something that I will say like I like over Big City Greens, and that is the animation because it's stylized. Big City Greens though is something more special to me because of how slice of life it is.
Look, it can't just be all. Look, it just be all about glory. Okay, stop it.
I wasn't about to say her. I actually wasn't about to say that. I was still saying along lines of like I respect a show that is more chill, more slice of life. Like more so than any sort of like action packed show. So it's nice to mix it up. And I feel Big City Greens is the best slice of life show.
Oh my god!
Because of how relatable it is.
Dude, I mean, look, if you watch the rest of the series, you probably would say Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur is definitely like one of the peak shows. Okay.
I'm saying it's one of the big shows, like from the episodes I've seen.
Okay, from the episodes that you've seen, but then you haven't caught up with the rest of the show. I mean, continue watching it, and then you're going to love it. Okay.
Okay, that's my fault, I guess.
Yes, that's it. Definitely is. But I mean, I guess look, is this a record actually that Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur with 9 nominations? I don't think any other Disney TVA show ever had like this much nominations in a year.
Yeah, it did kind of surprise me at how big. Like let me tell you, like pretty much Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur, the amount of nominations that it received, it almost reached double digits.
Right, it almost did, and like you don't never expect to see like any cartoon or any like children's program end up like reaching those double digit marks at all. So something is going on like in the Emmys where they're like, oh my god, this show is like amazing. I mean, I would agree with like the Emmy committee here if they're going to say that it's a really good show.
Like honestly, the amount of nominations that Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur has, like it gives me more motivation to continue to watch it as soon as possible. So I'm just like, you know what, Emmys, you know what, you just convinced me, like, yes, I do need to watch Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur as possible. This is the Emmys way of forcing me to watch more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the announcements came out like literally this week, and no doubt about it, all of us were just hella hyped the fact that all of these shows ended up getting nominated. So, if anything, I'm really happy to see how the children and family Emmys are going to go. FYI, we're going to have an episode where we're going to run down through every category of the children's Emmys and actually pick our winners there. We'll do that like when the time comes, like in the weekend before, the children's and family Emmys happen.
Another thing too that gets me to watch Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur as soon as possible is that during the next live stream, you won't rip on me for not completing the show. Like, those days are gonna be gone.
Yes, because you're not noticing like how great Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur is. That's why I believe it deserves all of these nominations. Now, if it's going to win something, that's up to us to decide. Considering that there's other nominations from Nickelodeon, Netflix, Nickelodeon, Netflix, Cartoon Network, all the other animated properties are also being nominated as well. So I can't just rely on Disney TVA immediately. I would have to see through all the shows that got nominated and pick my winner from there.
Yeah, honestly, the same goes for me here. Like, I'm not going to be like one of those biased Disney TVA, fanboys. It's going to be like, okay, Disney TVA show, immediately going to root for to win. I need to, pretty much see the entire list of nominees to see like which ones I think should win.
Right, exactly. And we'll have that We'll have that come up when we get closer to the weekend where children and family Emmys are going to happen. So yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But no doubt.
Like once the Emmys are in, like either sometime before or after, actually probably after, we'll definitely give our thoughts on each of the winners and nominees.
Indeed, yeah. And of course, big dubs to both Disney TVA, Disney entirely, because there's so many that we can nominate here. I mean, there's so many that we can bring out here. Yeah. I don't know why you didn't bring it up, but I think Proud Family did get nominated for a couple of things there.
Yeah, I think that did too.
Yeah, we can't go down the list now.
While we're on the subject of Disney getting the wins, there is one particular W move that Bob Iger made, and it's in relation to another company that Disney already owns.
Yeah, so if you haven't heard the news, I think it was this past weekend while we're recording, Hulu is now being acquired by Disney, making it all into one app. So Hulu and Disney are pretty much merging into one entire app, and we don't know how the consequences will be when it comes to it. But according to Omid, it's positive, according to your end?
It actually is when you do think about it, because it's Disney's way of putting up a fight against the other streaming services like Netflix and Max and Amazon Prime Video and all that stuff. Like this is Disney's way of pretty much saying like you got Netflix saying like Netflix and Max saying I have an army, and then Disney's like we have a Hulu, and then it turns out that what we mean by we have a Hulu is that now Disney has all of Hulu, not just 2/3 of it. I mean, like Disney purchased the remaining third of it from Comcast. And like we mentioned before, Disney just made a deal with Hulu. Like they purchased the last remaining third of Hulu from Comcast. So now Comcast doesn't own any of Hulu anymore. Now Disney owns 100% of it.
Now, here's the thing about Comcast. Comcast is more towards like Universal and NBC. So it kind of makes sense why Comcast kind of want to pull away from like whatever requirements that they have so that they can focus more on their Peacock app. So
yeah,
if anything, I feel like this actually was maybe a good move for Disney, considering the fact that, hey, we've now acquired all the things that Hulu has. So like all the Hulu original shows, all the things that have been licensed from Hulu. I would imagine because of this move, it's mostly going to be like Fox, Disney stuff. I mean, they have like, their own future shows. I mean, Futurama's there, so there's something.
Yeah, so pretty much this. It's Disney continuing to acquire major companies. This is not the first time we see this. Of course, you see Disney buying Marvel, Lucasfilm, 20th Century Fox, and now they add Hulu to the mix.
Yeah,
this goes to show like what else is Disney going to purchase sometime in the future.
It's just a big monopoly for Disney for sure.
Disney is the king of monopolies. Actually, no, Disney is the god of monopolies.
Yeah. So were you surprised about this whole merger? It feels like it was not meant to happen, considering like Disney and Hulu were like in a bundle, to say.
Yeah. They were in a bundle along with ESPN Plus, and honestly, when I look at this, it doesn't surprise me all that much, considering the fact of how Disney has been taking advantage of Hulu more so than any other company has, like including Comcast.
I'm really hoping like ESPN continues to be ESPN. I just hope like they don't make it like a Disney Plus thing or anything like that.
You better watch your words because it could happen in the future.
No. I really hope not. ESPN is a really like known like channel, to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So first off, how will this move benefit Disney in the long run? Do you think it's actually going to be beneficial for Disney?
I honestly do think so, because for two reasons. Number one, Disney is now going to be showing rated R and TVMA content, including the one we're going to talk about later on. What it means is that Disney has more variety when it comes to entertainment. Like they're not just going to have entertainment that's more catered towards kids and young teens and all that stuff, but they're also going to have entertainment that is geared towards adults. So what it does help Disney in the long run, because of the fact of how they have entertainment geared towards both demographics under their belt.
So if anything, I mean, like, here's the thing, like Disney does have its own like TV shows and stuff like that. They have the movies on Disney Plus. They have like the Disney shows on Disney Plus and everything else. Hulu, on the other hand, has like other shows. They have like Fox shows. They have FX shows, like anything else from like the channels that you watch. And now they're pretty much going to be merged into Disney Plus. It's telling me like Disney Plus is going to be its own big platform, just like how Max is.
And reason number two is the simple fact of, because of the fact of how there are going to be certain shows that are going to air, like they're pretty much going to air, they're pretty much going to put in episodes on Disney Plus and Hulu simultaneously. It is pretty much going to help get more attention from audiences who are, either subscribed to Disney Plus only or subscribed to Hulu only, or even both. Like this helps gain more attention. It helps gain more viewership. It helps gain more of their audience.
My thing right now is that what are they going to do without live TV? Remember that Hulu has this package about Hulu plus live TV. So like, it's like YouTube TV, for example. Like YouTube has like their own like, subscription service where you can actually get YouTube TV at a certain price. Same thing goes for Hulu. Like Hulu plus live TV is also something just like YouTube TV, where you have like unlimited DVR. You can record like TV shows here and there. I'm kind of wondering if Hulu loses, like if Disney Plus acquired Hulu and has the rights to the TV stuff, I don't think, is it going to be like something where they actually bring back all like the cable channels that Hulu had? Or is it just going to be specifically on the Disney channels like Fox, what was it? Fox, ABC, CNN's Max, those channels that Disney acquired.
That is something to be determined in the future, but I'm just going to say it. I'm very curious to see how Disney is going to handle that. Like, how is Disney going to, handle the shows in terms of airing it on cable or live TV?
Yeah, it's going to be weird because like you'll be saying Disney plus live TV instead of Hulu plus live TV.
Yeah, I don't know. But then again, since they are a partnership, they're a merger now, let's be honest, what's the difference now? It's kind of the same now. now that Hulu is under Disney Plus's belt.
Right. So I don't know what's gonna be happening when it comes to like the acquiring when it comes to like changing the name and stuff like that. Like I said this before in pre-show, we're thinking like if Hulu, if Hulu and Disney did get, sorry, if Hulu and Disney got acquired, Disney would now it would now become like Disney Plus. It can't be just like Disney plus Hulu or something.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Is that one thing I'm curious about is that after this change, which of course is they're going to go full fledged on it. It's going to be updated like in March 2024. Just giving a little heads up. I'm wondering, like after they update and go all out on the time, I'm curious to see whether or not that they will change the title of it, because keep in mind, HBO Max changed their name to Max when they changed their streaming service.
Because they had so many like acquirings. Like they had Cartoon Network, they had Adult Swim, they have CNN, they have TBS and TNT. Disney is probably going to do the same thing, try to make its own like big conglomerate where it actually has all those channels as well. You have Fox, you have ABC, you have FX, you have Disney Channel, you have Disney Junior, all of those.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the thing, is that, now that Disney has the major acquirements, much like how HBO Max did, which caused them to turn into Max. I'm wondering, what is Disney Plus going to be named now?
It's going to be an interesting one because it just feels like it's Disney, a Disney app. Is that going to be the thing now? Disney app instead of like Disney Plus? It's not like HBO Max or anything, remember?
I don't want them to change it from Plus to app. App sounds lame. It's got to be something, it's supposed to be something more grand.
Right.
I mean, Disney grand.
It could be something. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be weird because it's like Max was a simple name. It's kind of weird because like before we were kind of thinking like, oh my God, Max will be an sort of like application. But now we both are liking it. I mean, I still watch John Oliver in that app. So.
Oh, yeah. John Oliver is definitely one of the best talk show hosts of that.
So I'm kind of wondering, like, since Max ended up like having all these controversies here and there, and then in the end, it turned out to actually be beneficial, I think, in the end, for them to actually make it all together into Max. Same
thing with Disney. There are still some others that are not exactly a fan of this idea. They think it's controversial for their own reasons. I'm just like, you just wait a little moment. You just wait a moment, because I could, Bob Iger might be onto something. With doing this.
I have a feeling like Disney was doing this just to get the whole package, like what they're doing with Max. So
exactly,
it's like Max versus Disney now. It's like, okay, look, we're not gonna make like every separate channel have their own streaming service. They'll all go into one, which I mean, it's fair, it's good. Like all channels at one simple price,
Yeah, which is exactly what they've been doing before. But, now that they've acquired all of Hulu, like, they're going to put more emphasis on the bundle.
I think so, yeah. So if anything, it's just one simple price, because now that Disney Plus and Hulu are going to be bundled together, it's just one simple price. It may go up, but it may just be, again, like one simple price, maybe $20 for pretty much your TV and your Disney Channel movies and stuff like that here. Which, to be fair, is a very big library.
Prices are going to be determined, just to let you know.
Well, I mean, who knows? It could go up. It all depends on it. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm seeing the trend here. I'm seeing the trend that Disney's trying to do. It's trying to make Disney its new Max, to say, with all the channels being acquired by Hulu and all the content being acquired by Hulu. To say the least, Disney is about to become one huge app, just like Max. And again, it's going to be a fierce fight between Disney and Warner Brothers, considering that both of them each own their respectable apps here.
Yeah, like this is Disney's way of saying we got a secret weapon, and it's Hulu.
So I have a feeling like nowadays it's just going to be stuck between those two. Like which shows do you want to watch? Do you want to go to Max, or do you want to go to Disney?
There was a time when Netflix was the king of that department, but then again, but then that was before Disney and Max both like kind of.
Oh, don't tell me about Netflix, because Netflix is also getting like all its original shows and animes and stuff here and there. Like Disney has a small amount of anime that was acquired by Hulu. So, if anything, it gets Disney anime.
So it's a three-way battle then.
Yeah, even Max has his own anime as well. I mean, Max has G Kids, so you have all of the G Kids movies that are there in Max. So, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like as someone who is subscribed to all three. Well, actually, I'm subscribed to Disney Plus myself, while the other two, my mom's subscribed to it, but I'm under her account. So, but regardless, as someone who watches all three, I just gotta say, honestly, kind of a three-way tie for me for all different reasons.
Either way, I mean, like, each have their own, like, respectable, like, ways of content to say. I mean, Disney knows, everyone has known a history of Disney over there. Same with like Max. I mean, Warner Brothers has been a well-known like movie company themselves. They have movies, they have cartoons, they have like a lot of variety here and there.
That's the thing. They have their own respectable strengths that does help, elevate them and keep them strong streaming services.
And don't forget like other apps as well. Peacock, Paramount Plus, Peacock with like all the NBC and Universal stuff content they have there. Paramount Plus with the CBS and Nickelodeon content they have there. They have a lot more They have a lot of channels over there. Don't forget about that. And then Netflix is on the other hand is trying to like go build from the ground up. Like they're just a movie service, but they also do have their own TV series and documentaries that people watch.
Oh yeah, like Netflix especially is a true ground up story based on the fact that it was once a DVD rental service. Now it is just a full-on media conglomerate.
And also the same thing goes for Apple TV Plus, which by the way, really underrated. People don't even talk about it.
So underappreciated. Like Apple TV Plus is one of the best streaming services ever. Like especially you got such, golden, and I mean like golden pieces of media that are just, high quality. Like for example, Ted Lasso, one of my favorite shows ever. Coda, one of the best movies of that year, and a whole bunch of Peanuts content.
Oh yeah, there's tons of Peanuts, and even Sesame Street. Oh no, Sesame Street's Max. Sorry about that. Yeah, but Apple TV Plus definitely has some like amazing hitters, but nobody talks about it. I mean, if anything, it is all going to streaming, and I understand the cable is gonna get cut pretty much, and it looks like it's gonna happen considering like all these apps now acquired these channels, and all these channels are currently like recording all your favorite TV shows. So it's like there's really is no point in actually having a cable box anymore.
Exactly. I mean, like it's a bit hypocritical of me to say because I still have a cable box, call me old fashioned. But yeah, honestly, we live in an era nowadays where I've been saying this time and time again in this podcast alone, and I'm going to say it again. Cable is dying. It's on its deathbed.
I think it's about to be on its deathbed, knowing that it's going through. So, like,
no, it's been lying on its deathbed for months.
So, if anything, like Comcast should really get out of the cable company and actually just keep on sticking with Universal. I mean, Comcast Universal is a merger like company, so if anything, they're working with Universal to at least get some money revenue for Comcast.
Yeah, I would say like because Peacock, let's be honest, Peacock isn't doing nearly as well as the big three.
But yeah, here's the thing, like NBC. What was it? Illumination, so many Universal, like all of those films are currently over at Peacock. Like they have their like hitters for NBC, for example, like
Super Mario Bros. Movies on Peacock.
Yes,
that's a
Super
major
Mario Bros. Movie. You've also got The Office. You also got The Good Place. You also got like all these other shows that were on NBC. Like now they're all at Peacock. They're not on Hulu. They used to be on Hulu, by the way, but now they're on NBC because there's like, okay, look. I know that we're pretty much feeding like all of our shows to Disney. It's time for us to bring it back, and now they're making their own streaming service for Peacock, for all the NBC like services and stuff here and there. Like Sunday Night Football, it's on Peacock too. So, and Monday Night Football, so Disney maybe on Disney Plus. Put it there, please.
Yeah, honestly, like I said before, like Peacock does have its strengths as well. But here's the thing: the downside of Peacock is that. It doesn't have as much content as the big three. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Another thing too is that like in terms of subscribers, they're pretty much very like they're very few in comparison to the other.
I get it. They're very.
They don't have nearly as much subscribers.
I get it. They have a big three. They have Max. They're competing with Max, Disney Plus, and Netflix and all. But they're trying their best to at least like get some subscribers to say like, hey, NBC, hey, your favorite show is on NBC. Go to Peacock. We'll give you a free trial if you like it. They pay this much a month, Yeah,
it's not Peacock's fault. Like they're the underdogs. It's just that like Netflix, Disney, and Max, like they have much more to work with based on the amount of media that they're able to bring into their streaming services.
So if anything,
whereas Peacock is more limited.
Yeah, so if anything, like this definitely is a huge streaming war between like really everybody, like all of the underdogs to like the big dogs, and you know what? It's just going to be a thing here and there where you're going to pick out I think you're going to give in anyways, considering like maybe your favorite show is on Netflix. You're going to be watching Netflix. You got to subscribe to that. Maybe your favorite show is on ABC. You got to get Disney Plus. Maybe your favorite show is on what is it? Is on TNT. You got to go to Max. So it's going to be like you're going to acquire it no matter what.
And another thing too is that it depends on the kind of media that you love the most.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the reason why your decision is going to be either one of these apps. And who knows, maybe you might get all.
Yeah.
This is why I say, take YouTube TV. This is why I'm saying, like, for one big price, you have all those shows. Just DVR, and then you're going to watch it.
You have been trying to like tell me to get YouTube TV, but the thing is, the cable box I currently have in my room is saying hell no.
Okay, fine. Well, until you cut off that cable box, that'll be a different story. Okay. If anything, like YouTube TV is giving me like all the KIF, all of the TV Disney Channel shows, all of the like sports that I would like to see. You know.
And you're getting the new episodes like on midnight.
Yeah, I'm literally getting the episodes right before it airs on Disney Channel. So there's a perk when it comes to it, guys. So yeah, I said invest in it. It is a lot of money, but you don't need to go through all these, right? Although to be fair, if it's a Disney Plus original, then you have to change it up. I mean, look, I'm watching Loki on Disney Plus, so I have to get it, okay?
You know what wouldn't surprise me if YouTube themselves have their own streaming service, like YouTube Plus.
No, I really hope not.
Like,
not.
YouTube is so money grubby. Let's be honest. YouTube is such a money grubby company.
No, I am going to disagree with that. There's a lot of other people that are money grubby. Hello, Warner Brothers. It's definitely money grubby.
What company isn't money grubby?
I know, but I don't expect Google. I don't expect Google to be a money grubby. Google's already like rich as it is because YouTube's owned by Google, by the way. I mean, sorry, Google owns YouTube. So I don't think it's going to like really be a big like money grabbing thing for YouTube TV to like switch up channels and stuff here and there.
I think it depends on the level in which you take your money grubbing tendencies.
I mean, I'm not gonna say like YouTube is going to be in that level. I mean, hopefully that price tag doesn't change or anything like that. But they've acquired so many channels. Like you can like literally have your whole cable box literally on YouTube TV. And you don't need to actually have all of these, unless there's like originals, which is like, okay, I can't watch Proud Family Louder and Prouder because it's a Disney Plus original series, so I have to actually get Disney Plus. Loud House. Oh wait, I have it on YouTube TV. I can DVR it, so there's no point in getting Paramount Plus unless there's an exclusive on Paramount Plus.
By the way, I DVR Loud House episodes myself, so
I know. So yeah, wait until the cable box dies. So that's the other thing. Yeah. And also, like again, Paramount Plus doesn't actually update their episodes, so you all don't.
Paramount Plus, oh my god, like Paramount Plus, it is not doing as well as the others.
No, I'm not. That's why I'm kind of saying like maybe cut that service eventually. So here's the thing, like again, back to the Hulu and Disney Plus acquirement. First off, Disney doesn't have much when it comes to like mature shows. Now they do, because remember when Hulu brought out Deadpool? Wait, was it Hulu that brought out Deadpool and was it Logan?
It was 20th Century Fox.
Well, I mean, nonetheless, they got acquired by Disney.
Yeah.
So they were going to bring out content like Deadpool and Logan. Those were mature R-rated movies. Now that they're going to be merged with Disney, that means Disney Plus is pretty much getting those movies as well.
Yeah, I've seen Deadpool on Disney Plus. Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, there's going to be more, a lot more mature shows. FX shows are all mostly mature, by the way. So like Archer is going to come to Hulu, and Archer's going to come to Disney Plus, and that's a mature show. One show in particular that you're pointing out is Echo, and I'm wondering what are your thoughts about having a mature show like Echo coming to Disney Plus?
Oh, that's going to be a game changer. Now, this is a show that I was talking about when I say that it's a show that is going to be, they're going to be releasing episodes on Disney Plus and Hulu simultaneously. So if you're subscribed to either or both, you're going to be able to enjoy Echo yourself. Now, as for my thoughts on Echo, from what I've seen in the trailer, it looks like it could be a game changer just by the fact that it's going to be the very first MCU show that is rated TVMA. Instead of it being geared towards like, instead of being, kid friendly, comedic and all that stuff. No, this one is dark, brooding, and gruesome and just like vulgar.
I don't know much about when it comes to Echo, to be fair. That's why I'm kind of like, this is your kind of property now.
Yeah, like let me tell you, like Maya Hawke, as the brooding, tough Native American, a native deaf girl. She really does bring her A game from what I've seen in her performance in Echo, just by her facial expressions alone. Not to mention her, combat training, like her martial arts and all that stuff, and all those I've seen in Hawkeye. Now, I'm not a fan of the Hawkeye show, to be honest, but I will say Maya Hawke was definitely one of the better things about it.
I also did see that Kingpin was apparently going to be a featured villain there, which I mean, I heard of Kingpin from Spider-Verse.
This Kingpin is actually from the Daredevil show as well.
Oh, so we're actually merging two shows together.
Yeah, this is the same Kingpin that you have seen in the Daredevil series, which does take place inside the MCU, by the way. And also, he was also in Hawkeye, but I feel like Kingpin was was used the best in the Daredevil show because of how tough, badass, and just like heavy hitter that the guy is. Like, oh my god, and the way that he talks, even in his calming voice, there's that deep, threatening presence to him. Like not just his size, but also like his voice and his fists as well. Everything about him, you do not want to mess with that guy.
Yeah, I don't know much when it comes to Echo, but I heard that a series coming out, and it looks to be promising. I mean, for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So yeah, I mean, again, mature themes are now coming to Disney Plus. If anything, I just feel like because of this whole like merger and the fact that now mature shows are coming over to Disney Plus, it kind of tells me like we're kind of outgrown from like the kiddie version of what Disney is. It's always been like, movies for, the younger audiences, movies, TV shows for the younger audiences, something that is like more lighthearted, nothing really when it comes to like violence or anything dramatic. Well, there's dramas. I mean, ABC has their dramas and stuff here and there, but now with the fact that they're acquiring Hulu, it means all the ABC shows, all the shows that were pretty much like in the networks are now coming to Disney Plus, which means, yes, more mature stuff are coming here and there. And again, like I said, it feels like Disney is maturing itself as well.
Disney's growing up. Disney's all grown up.
Like, we don't need any of those, like, kiddie shows again or something like that.
Well, here's the thing. It's not the fact that, Disney doesn't need kid shows. It's just the fact that, like, for the most part, that's how Disney has always been. Like, now we're in an age where we're in a timeline where, like I said before, it's the fact that, like, Disney is putting more variety. Mm-hmm. Like, they're putting more variety, and they're focusing on both demographics, both for kids and for adults. Rather it be like, with the different kind of entertainment, they're putting out different varieties of entertainment, some geared towards kids and some geared towards adults, making the Disney Plus streaming service all the more diverse in that sort of way.
And I really do think like it's a little of the fact that like Disney is just going to a different direction where it comes to like, hey, I know that your audiences have been growing up. Like, if we want to keep those audiences like entertained and be a part of like the Disney product to say, they need to at least get some like mature audience stuff here and there.
Yeah, throw it into the mix.
Yeah, throw it into the mix. And no doubt about it, I think this actually was a good move for Disney to at least finally have their own like Disney Plus, live TV Plus, whatever Hulu has like as extras, like the originals and stuff. Like, all the originals are going to be on Disney Plus, by the way. So this is going to be quite an interesting move, but I believe this is going to be quite, I think it's going to be a good thing for Disney.
Yeah, for all the reasons we mentioned, we do have faith in the Disney acquiring Hulu, that we feel that it will be a step in the right direction. Like, we definitely feel it's going to, change Disney for the better.
Oh, yeah. So so obviously the question that came up for our episode is called, is it the end of Hulu? What are your thoughts, and do you think it is really the end of Hulu?
It's the end of Hulu having any sort of independence whatsoever. Like, honestly, when you look at Hulu now and seeing that they are completely under control over Disney, like Hulu doesn't have, the control for themselves anymore. They don't have any of the independence that they used to have. Mm-hmm. When you look at Hulu now, you think to themselves, like, they are pretty much the subsidiary for Disney, in which Disney owns 100% of it. So now when you look at Hulu, you're like, at some point later on, you're going to think, when you think Hulu, the first thing you're going to think of is Disney.
Yeah, so to say the least, I mean, like, I just feel like it is going to be the end of Hulu, but it's not like the end of Hulu. Like, the Hulu name will probably be rebranded to probably Disney Plus, but all the content that Hulu has will still be in part of Disney. So, like the Hulu originals, like Handmaid's Tale, Solar Opposites, the Animaniacs reboot, for example.
I love
They're
Solar
all
Opposites. I love the anime
yeah,
reboot.
they're all going to be there in Disney Plus, so we're going to watch it there. It's going to be a brand new, different platform. So it kind of sucks considering like Hulu. I remember Hulu like when I grew up watching it. Like it was supposed to be like a competitor against Netflix. If you remember those times.
I remember it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean like Netflix was like what movies, and then Hulu was mostly TV shows. And I remember like having my first subscription on Hulu. And I was like, okay, cool, it's free with the advertisements. I don't care. I mean, it's TV shows. I will definitely watch it.
The earliest memories I have of Hulu are watching Family Guy clips. Like,
yeah.
like after you see that Hulu going, boom, 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 and then you see a Family Guy clip, and then after the Family Guy clip ends, you see the Hulu title again. That's the earliest memory I have with my experience with Hulu.
Yeah, and if anything, I mean, like, we had some fun times with Hulu. I have to say this, though. I'm not going to lie. I haven't touched Hulu in quite a while.
I actually haven't either. That just goes to show, like, how, like, Hulu themselves have been lacking in comparison to others. It's like, it's at a point where, yeah, Hulu does need Disney to thrive.
So it was kind of like in a dying state in your thoughts that when it got picked up by Disney, it was a good help for Hulu itself.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to the original shows that they were producing. So now it has a Disney presence, which means it can be recognizable again.
It's like this, like Hulu's that lost kid that needs help, and then like Disney is like the older parental figure that's there to help guide them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think of like Hulu. Like Hulu needs help. Hulu needs help because it's not doing as stellar right now, but I feel that them being under Disney next year is going to help not just Disney in the long run, but also Hulu in the long run as well.
Yeah, and we'll see how that goes. Like we said before, December, actually next month, they're going to get about a beta version when it comes to the new Disney Plus Hulu. But March is supposed to be the well-known date when they're going to bring out that brand new app. And we don't know what it'll be. It could be just plain Disney. It could be Disney Grand, like what Omid said. It could be Disney Plus Hulu. Or it could be just regular Disney Plus. No matter what, Disney will have a lot of things that Hulu has and will be combined together to just one app. Now it kind of tells me like, I hope ESPN doesn't do the same thing.
So ladies and gentlemen, just be sure to just keep an eye out for any upcoming details about this deal, as well as the future Disney and Hulu, and just mark your calendars for the release of the full version of the app.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think we should have actually titled this Disney Winning. We put down the end of Hulu just because it was supposed to be our main title, but we ended up talking a lot about the Ghost and Molly Mcgee. We talked a lot about Disney TVA winning some amazing nominations for the children and family Emmys, and of course we talked about Disney Plus and Hulu being acquired. And I believe this was actually a good thing for Disney. So we're gonna retitle this to now Disney, the wins of Disney this past week.
Not just that, but yeah, honestly, between Nate going to MouseCon, me going to Disney Immersive Experience.
What the heck? This was a huge Disney week.
Ghost and Molly Mcgee, Disney TVA getting the Emmys, and now this is all one big Disney podcast episode of Anination.
Yeah, this definitely was a huge Disney episode. So if you're a huge fan of everything Disney, I hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of like we're giving ourselves to the mouse here all of a sudden.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, Anination Podcast is now under my control.
No, we have to get out of it. We gotta go talk about Warner Brothers now. Where's Bugs Bunny?
And here I am, Doc.
Oh my god. Eric Bauza, where are you?
Yes, Eric Bauza,
oh,
the
man.
legend.
All right. Anyways, yeah, that was again a pretty long episode that we've done. But thank you all for watching. Those who are watching on Twitch, thank you all for checking us out. If you are new to the Anination Podcast on Twitch, please follow along so you can be able to check out when we record episodes. We record episodes every Wednesday, so yeah, check it out there. For those who are watching on YouTube, check us on YouTube as well. Click the subscribe button and also hit the bell button so you'll be notified when we'll be coming on next or whenever the new episode drops on YouTube. And also, again, check out our Patreon as well. Go to patreon.com/animationpod so you can be able to actually like get the access to this video before everybody else does, and also get all of our clips from everything from like the from the Ghost and Molly Mcgee to like all the things that we just discussed today.
Yeah, so pretty much like it's like this. The more money you pledge, the more perks that you are going to get.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's pretty much it for us here. So again, thank you very much for checking us out. The Anination Podcast is over. We'll be back next week before we actually go into our Thanksgiving break.
Yes.
But we got, again, a lot more things to talk about that we should have actually brought on this episode. But again, we'll talk about it in the next one. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for the support. And until then, see y'all later.
The Molly lives.
The Molly lives.